Off the Bench with Jacob Hester and Matt Flynn.
Let's go, baby, let's go!
From a championship backfield to your morning drive.
Hands to Hester, and Hester, yep, got it, 5 out of 5.
You're locked in to Off the Bench.
Flynn is back to throw from the end zone. Boom!
Live from the Raising Cane studio, here's Jacob Hester and Matt Flynn.
Welcome in a Tuesday edition of Off the Bench. Taylor Sharp here with you. Alondra Villarreal, Braxton Rizzuto along for the ride as well. We got a lot to get to. LSU played a baseball game against the Kent State Golden Flashes last night. We got some LSU football news. Nick Underhill of New Orleans Football hopping on at 9:15 to talk all things New Orleans Saints. Patrick Wright, voice of your Lady Tigers, will hop on with us. Not only did Patrick do the women's basketball game on Saturday night, he did all three Friday, Saturday, Sunday of LSU's opening weekend. So we got a lot to discuss with him. He will come on with us at 8:30. But let's get a little bit of a vibe check this morning. I mean, it's a Tuesday. We always say on OTB, we turn Tuesday from the worst day of the week to the best day of the week. Alondra, how we doing this morning?
Good. I'm a little concerned because nobody has volunteered to do the women's basketball game tonight. And it's a 8 p.m. tip.
I know.
And I'm not trying to do an 8 p.m. tip.
I know.
Really not,
I did the 8 p.m. tip last week. I know.
No, I did it. The women's basketball one?
No, the men's. The men's was at 8 p.m. too.
Yeah, I did the women's one.
They were both at 8 p.m.? Oh, my God.
I did an 8 p.m. tip for women's basketball. I don't remember who they played.
Man.
Maybe it wasn't last week.
Both at 8 p.m. Jeez.
Maybe it was the week before.
8 p.m. tip-off should be illegal, though. Like, let's just put that out there. And, like, it sucks because, like, no matter who does it, whether it's me,
we all get up early.
Brian or Jeff, we all have the exact same shift. Like, their mornings, Brian's morning show, Jeff over at Louisiana Radio Network, us here, we do the same show. Like, it's just, it's not good. It's not good news.
I'm trying to think when it was or what game it was. It was like a Thursday. They had an 8 p.m. tip.
I remember that. So that was 2 weeks. 2 weeks ago. I believe so. Because I don't think LSU played it. Women's played a midweek this week, didn't they? I think they had that long week, and then they played South Carolina Saturday instead of Sunday.
Yeah.
But whatever. Midweek games suck, and midweek 8 p.m. games are awful.
Which, speaking of, remember last season for baseball, I did a midweek Nichols game.
Okay.
Nichols is coming up.
Remember?
Wait, do you remember that? And it was like the longest game ever because Nichols beat LSU.
That's the one that got rescheduled, right? Like it was initially in Nichols and they moved it because it was like
it was cold
15 degrees or something. Yeah, and they moved it later into the year.
And then we lost.
Okay.
If I remember correctly.
No, that sounds right because
it feels like one of the ones where it was like we dropped a midweek to Nichols and everybody was like, oh.
And it was also like halfway through the year. Like it wasn't early in the season either. So people were losing their minds. No, that was Nichols. That was Nichols. Yeah, it got rescheduled.
Because it either went to extras or it like dragged on forever because they kept score. It was something and it was bad.
I think that was the game they threw like 8 pitchers last year.
Yeah.
I think that's what it was. Braxton, how we doing?
Doing good.
Did you catch any of the game last night? I know you you had a long one yesterday. You were here till AFR, right? You were here till 6.
So about 6:30, I'd say.
No thanks. By the way, thanks for picking that up because I was going to pick that up if you did not. So shout out to you guys. A little disappointed with Scream Unseen last night. Be very honest with you. The movie was good. It was How to Make a Killing with Glenn Powell. It comes out, I believe, this Friday. Either this Friday or this Saturday.
Okay.
Great movie. Like, I really enjoyed it. So the plot of it is he is like the distant relative of a really rich family called the Redfellows. And there's like a fortune and it's all going to get passed down, to a bunch of different people. And he decided one day he wants the fortune to himself. So he's going to pick off his other family members one by one, but, make it look like an accident.
Right.
It was a good movie. I don't really know why it was called Scream Unseen. Like there was really nothing remotely scary about it, but it was a good one. We enjoyed it. If when it comes out, go see it. I don't really remember anybody else in the movie as far as like big name people, but Glenn Powell did a good job, and like of course he's in a big time movie because, well, that's all he ever does is getting big time movies. So that was a lot of fun last night. We'll probably do it again. Got home good time. I mean, I got home 9:15 from a 9 o'clock movie because it was right down the road. So Not terribly late. We had everything done pretty early yesterday anyway, so good time there at Scream Unseen. If you haven't done that, go do it. I think they do it once a month at AMC over there on O'Neill. And then Movie Tavern does one, but it's all genres. It's not just Scream Unseen. It's Mystery Movie Monday. So it's fun. Me and Victoria, this is our 4th time doing it, and we've had a great time every single time we've done it. A little bit of bad news to get to, or sad news, I should say.
Real quick before you get to that, I looked it up. It was Nichols, and I remember this too, that I was like, please let it be a run rule.
It was not.
It was a run rule, but Nichols
right.
run ruled us
You're
13-3 in 7 innings, and none other than William Schmidt was out on the mound to start. Remember?
I think you sent us a text in the OTB chat. You're like, I'd like a run rule, and we were like, well, you didn't specify which team. So.
You got to be real careful when you're asking for something.
I forgot about that.
Yeah.
No, that was when Schmidt just like, God, his control was all over the place. That was at that point last year.
5 hits.
I think he had a lot of walks though too, didn't he?
Actually, no walks, but 3 strikeouts. It was the 5 hits that did him dirty.
Okay.
Then DJ Primo came in, walked 2. Jaden Newt walked 2.
Okay, I remember this game now. Yeah. Nobody had it that night.
No.
What was the final?
13-3.
Man.
Gosh.
Okay, they got it this year.
Yeah, hopefully it's not 13-3 tomorrow night.
I mean, they won versus them, I think, like later on or something.
Yeah, they played twice.
Yeah.
God, 13-3. That's ugly there. Maybe that wasn't the reschedule. One of them was rescheduled. Whichever one was later in the year was rescheduled.
I think that one was the early one because it was cold. I remember it was cold.
Yeah, it was supposed to be at Nichols. It was like 20 degrees or something by first pitch. They canceled it.
Yeah.
So anyways, a little bit of sad news to start the show. Obviously you guys know we got this Jonathan Moxon jersey on the desk right now, and that's because they're going Thursday, James Vanderbeek, or Wednesday evening, but we talked about on Thursday, James Vanderbeek passed away. Well, yesterday afternoon, I saw the news around 1 o'clock. I'm not sure when it exactly broke. Robert Duvall, legendary actor, passed away yesterday at the age of 95. Very rarely do you get to use the term like icon and be correct. Robert Duvall is an icon. I mean, think about some of the roles he played. He was Tom Hagen, the family friend in The Godfather, one of his best roles, one of his earlier roles. I mean, I'll always remember him as Gus McCrae in Lonesome Dove. If you've never seen Lonesome Dove, I don't know what you're doing. Go check it out. I mean, he's in Open Range with Kevin Costner. Like, think about the roles he's in. Kicking and Screaming. He's Will Ferrell's angry, sports-crazed dad who kicks his nephew off the team. Remember him and Will Ferrell have the back and forth. Like, that's a little bit of a lighter-hearted role for Robert Duvall, but it's a great role nonetheless. It shows his range. Like, honestly, my favorite. Like, everyone talks about Secondhand Lions, him and Michael Caine, great movie. He's in Gone in 60 Seconds. I know Jacob Hester's seen that one because that's a Nicolas Cage flick. I think of Robert Duvall probably a little bit differently than most people do. Like, the first movie that comes to mind, and maybe it's because I watch it once a year, but Four Christmases. Robert Duvall, if you remember, in that movie, plays Vince Vaughn's dad when they're bouncing around from Christmas to Christmas. It's one of the first houses they go to. And it's Robert Duvall and Jon Favreau and Tim McGraw are the 2 older brothers, Dallas and Denver. And then you have Vince Vaughn, who we learned real name is Orlando in that movie. And Robert Duvall's like, oh, you were named after the city you were conceived in. It's my favorite Robert Duvall role. He's hilarious. Vince Vaughn's on the roof. He bought him the brand new fancy satellite. He's like, there's nothing wrong with my old TV. And he starts yelling at him. Vince Vaughn falls off the roof and the satellite's hanging by a cord. And Robert Duvall's like, that's it. That's the perfect picture. That's the one I want. And it looks the same as his TV did before they even hooked up the satellite in classic fashion. But I mean, just so many movies you can go through. We could spend this entire show, like The Natural, Roy Hobbs and Robert Redford in that movie. Days of Thunder. I mean, there's so many movies out there that you could look at and Robert Duvall is synonymous with. It's, I mean, the end of an era, and 95 years old. You want to talk about a heck of a life. Robert Duvall, one of those lives. All right, we'll cut the opening segment a little short here. When we get back, we'll break down LSU baseball. They got a big win over Kent State, and then a little bit later on, me and Alondra are gonna we're gonna see how correct Hunt Palmer may be. So on Friday, before first pitch, he put out 5 bold predictions for the 2026 LSU baseball season. 1 week in, we'll see if Hunt's going to be accurate or not in those 5 bold predictions. We'll do all that a little bit later, but all that coming up here on Off the Bench.
Off the bench.
Dos Equis,
They don't have issues.
they don't have any issues.
They help.
I actually
Do you have any
think
issues?
I actually think like tomorrow is maybe the best Dos Equis day. You're gonna have a great meal, and you're gonna have football for the rest of the day with no other responsibilities. Right? I mean, feet up, watching some ball with some family and friends around. Go for Dos. Come on. I mean, it's right there. It makes all the sense in the world. You're going to have a utopic experience when you go for Dos on Thanksgiving.
That's right. It's hey, you kick your feet up, and then look, we got so much football all weekend. We got Egg Bowl, we got Tigers, we got Saints, we got everything. So make sure it's a Dos Equis type of weekend. Make sure you get it today because stores probably closed tomorrow. So make sure you're getting your Dos Equis today. Get it in the fridge. Get in the ice chest. Get it ready for you and your family. Happy Thanksgiving, y'all. Go for Dos Equis.
At Bayou Automotive, we believe in a sales process that puts you first. We want you to experience an easy purchase with clear pricing and great service. Let Bayou Ford and Bayou Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram be your trusted partners in finding your perfect vehicle. The crew at Bayou Automotive is going to do right by you.
After a decade of working in private duty nursing, I know how hard it can be to find compassionate care for the ones that you love the most. So I started Decision Critical, a premier concierge nursing agency, so we can take care of you wherever you are. Our highly skilled nurses provide exceptional care from the comfort of your own home with personalized packages for short-term, long-term, or even around-the-clock care. Visit us at decisioncriticalbr.com and give us a call today to get started.
At Parrish, we take pride in building roofs that last, because in Louisiana, toughness isn't just on the court, it's in your home too.
Parrish Construction and Roofing. ParrishBuilt.com.
My father, J.B. Falgu, had a vision of growth for First American Bank and the communities we serve. The bank's foundation was built on his legacy of compassion, loyalty, and dedication. Through his years of leadership, First American has prospered to heights even J.B. could not have imagined. I know my father would be extremely proud of the customer service and financial stability that First American provides to Southeast Louisiana. We continue to thrive because of the legacy of J.B. Falgu.
At Auctioner, we know healing is a team sport. That's why we've partnered with world-renowned orthopedic surgeon Dr. James Andrews to create the Auctioner Andrews Orthopedics and Sports Medicine Institute. Whether you're a professional athlete or a weekend warrior, our team of specialists are dedicated to getting you back in the game. So whatever your reasons are for reaching your personal best, we've only got one: you. Auctioner Andrews Institute. Long live you.
Men, age is just a number. Don't let it dictate how you feel. Goodwood Men's Sexual Wellness has anti-aging services that can help you look and feel your best. Visit yourgoodwood.com and discover a renewed sense of vitality.
These are the luckiest ice cubes in the world. They could have been a thankless bed for an all-you-can-eat salad bar. But instead, they've been called upon to cradle and cool a crisp, refreshing Dos Equis. Looks like the lucky just got luckier. Dos Equis.
Tigers turn talkers. This is Off the Bench.
We all know hard work, not just a slogan, it's a way of life, and that's exactly what you get with Pala. Founded right here in Louisiana, proudly 100% employee-owned, something we always want to remind you about. Pala has been delivering industrial construction, specialty services, and power solutions since 1973. So from heavy industrial projects to safety services and advanced specialty applications, their companies serve critical industries across the Gulf Coast and certainly beyond. So when the job demands precision, safety, and experience, Pala delivers every single time. Employee-owned means every project matters, every detail counts. You can learn more about their full family of companies at palagroup.com. That is P-A-L-A group.com, palagroup.com.
Well, they say that famous and notable people, when one passes away, it comes in threes, and boy, does it. Alondra literally just informed me of this like 2 minutes ago. Jesse Jackson, civil rights leader, politician, minister, a man that wears many hats. He has passed away at the age of 84. It looks like CNN put this out about an hour ago, so right before we came on air. Jesse Jackson, gone at the age of 84. So
It's 4, because Catherine O'Hara died.
Oh, yeah, that's true. Is it going to be 4s now?
I don't know.
I thought 3 was insane.
Right?
Well, rest in peace to Jesse Jackson. Rest in peace to Robert Duvall as well. No easy transition out of that. But before we get into baseball, let's go ahead and get this show started.
It's time to get glowing, courtesy of GoFlow IV Spa, where hydration, vitamins, and a summer-ready glow are always on tap. Now, for starters.
So your LSU baseball team took down Kent State last night by a score of 10-7. And if you didn't watch the game, you're going to look at that 10-7 score and be like, well, LSU really struggled. First thing, LSU had 2 bad innings. That's all it was. Second, look at the number. I mean, we broke down yesterday what Kent State did over the weekend. They scored 33 runs against a pretty decent Southeastern Lions baseball team over the weekend and swept all 3 of those games. This is a Kent State team that knows how to put up runs. But when you go look at it inning by inning, I mean, LSU's cruising through the first 2 innings. They put up 1 in the first. They put up a 3 spot in the second. So it's 4-0 going into the bottom of the third, or the top of the third. Jaden Newt has the start. He's doing really well so far through the first 2 innings. It just kind of collapsed on him in the third. I mean, his final stat line, 3 innings pitched, gave up 3 hits, 3 earned runs, 3 walks, 4 strikeouts. But the first 2 innings, he was really good. It was that third inning. So it's 4-3 at that point, but LSU plates 3 in the bottom of the third to make it 7-3. LSU cruises the rest of the way. I mean, it's 3 straight innings where you scored a run and you prevented Kent State from scoring a run. So you extend it 10-3 at that point. And your bullpen's looking really good. After Jaden Newt, Ethan Plog goes an inning. No runs, no hits, strikes out 2, walks a guy. Devin Sheeran comes in. He continues to be electric. Alondra mentioned him yesterday as one of the standout guys over the weekend. I mean, Devin Sheeran, 1 inning, 2 strikeouts, no hits. I mean, he came in there. He did what he needed to do. Maverick Rizzi, an inning, no runs. So, I mean, those 3 guys right there in that 4th, 5th, and 6th inning really settled things down for you last night against the Golden Flashes. And in the 7th inning, you went to 2 guys and neither of them had it. I mean, that's what it boiled down to. You had a DJ Primo. He only goes a third of an inning, gives up 2 runs, a walk, gets a strikeout. But then you pull him out to the 2 runs. You put in Grant Fontenot. Grant Fontenot got a save for you on Saturday. Grant Fontenot was good for you over the weekend. He just wasn't last night. Again, a third of an inning, 3 hits, 2 earned runs. He was pulled. But the good news is you've gone to Gavin Guidry twice in big moments this weekend, and he has came up huge in both spots. You go to Gavin Guidry to get out of that 7th inning. He does, and he shuts the door on Kent State in the 8th and 9th inning. He goes 2 1/3, 5 strikeouts, did not give up a hit. Obviously, no runs as well. Gavin Guidry continues to be huge for this baseball team. I have loved everything I have seen from Gavin so far. When you look at kind of how the scoring went for LSU, Jake Brown is a bad man right now. 2 home runs on Sunday, including that grand slam that we talked about a little bit yesterday. He launched 2 more homers last night, again, for his second consecutive game. Mason Braun, the DH, he gets his first home run in a Tiger uniform. It was a 3-run homer in the second inning. First baseman Zach York, he gets a solo shot. He had a home run on Friday. His first swing of the bat as a Tiger. That's his second home run of the year. And then I mentioned all the relief pitchers in this game. Going into that game yesterday, Mason Braun was one of the guys I wanted to look at, but kind of for a different reason. I wanted to see where they were going to play Mason Braun in the field. They did. He wound up continuing to DH, but look at what Mason Braun's hitting right now. After last night, Mason Braun batting .300. Pretty good for your opening 4 games in a college uniform. If he could lock down that DH spot, that'd be huge for the rest of the lineup, because I know Jay likes to tinker here and there and put a couple guys in different spots, but if Mason Braun locks down DH, your lineup's almost set. You had Curiel batting in the leadoff spot again last night. Derek Curiel's going to stay there. He was 1 for 4 last night, but he's batting .375 so far. That's who Derek Curiel is. Really, when you look at average-wise, Stephen Milam is the everyday starter on your team that's struggling the most. And it's kind of like we talked about yesterday when Zach Cowan struggled. I don't care if Stephen Milam's struggling early in the season, because I've seen him be super clutch for 2 years in a row now. Not worried about Stephen Milam. He's going to come around. And I say struggle, he's still hitting .267. That's just a little bit lower than everybody else in the lineup. Obviously, Jake Brown, 3 for 5 last night, 2 more home runs, 2 RBI. He had that 6 RBI, 2 home run game on Sunday. So Jake Brown, hottest hitter in baseball right now. You'd be hard-pressed to find anybody hotter. Kate Aaron Beatty's batting .412. I'm going to continue to say this. Seth Dardar is going to lock down that spot at second base. He played it again last night. He went 1 for 2. He's batting .400 through the first 4 games. The interesting thing I saw last night, Stanfield apparently has a sort of lingering injury. It's nothing serious. It's not going to keep him out long term, but Chris Stanfield did not play last night, and it was actually Tanner Reeves who got the start in left field. I was wondering, are they going to slide Mason Braun in there? He can play a little bit of outfield. Is it going to be one of the other younger guys? It was Tanner Reeves. So they're moving him around a little bit, and he delivered. Tanner Reeves goes 2 for 4 with a run scored and RBI. He's hitting 500 on the season. He was down there in that 8 hole last night, and he did a nice job in the outfield. So the depth on this team, pitching-wise, fielding-wise, it's incredible. And, Alondra and Jake coming into the season had mentioned Jake Brown as, a lot of people throw out Jake Brown, but I'll give them credit. They had mentioned Jake Brown as like, hey, watch this guy. He's oozing with potential. Alondra, for the first 4 games, not bad overall for our guy, Jake Brown.
You can't really complain about all the home runs that this man's hitting. But yeah, it was just kind of, you could kind of see it last season too, and it was just kind of a matter of time for him to come into his own. And he's been with the program, older vet, and we mentioned this, I think it was last week. He would get playing time, but he never really had a chance to really, really shine.
Well, he didn't have a position either. Right. They played him at first a few times, then in right field. He kind of bounced around.
Yeah. So, yeah, great for Jake. Very happy for him. He deserves it, and he's worked hard. And he also is another one that looks like he put some muscle mass on.
Yeah, he looks big.
Yeah.
We talked about Curiel. I think McDonald said on the broadcast 12 to 13 pounds with Derek Curiel. I wouldn't be surprised if it's the same.
They're putting work in the weight room.
Well, you mentioned it. They all look huge. Mm-hmm. Outside of Stephen Milam, who is.
But he's also jacked.
Yeah, he's jacked. Yeah. He's just short.
Yeah.
But Milam's jacked, and he's one of the best players on the team. But me and Braxton were actually talking about it before the show started. The energy that LSU brings when Zach York simply steps into the batter's box is electric.
How about when he had that stolen base?
Oh, dude, we got a text from Alondra last night. Big boy stolen base. And I had just left the house. I just missed it.
Yeah.
And I looked down at my phone. I was like, gotta be Zach York.
He made 2 really good catches at first base, too. He made a pick, and then he had the one where he had to, jump off the base to get the ball, but put his foot down in time to get the out. I'm like, how is this big old dude so agile? But also, as someone who was slow when I played softball, I was also a really good base runner. So, you could be slow but still know how to run the bases. And LSU is 4 for 4 on stolen base attempts
I will say
so far
he had
on the season.
Pitch though, like it was to the dirt. So I mean, he had a good head start. If it was a pitch,
Yeah, it was like a pass ball. Yeah, but yeah, the fact that he can hit like that, but is also an elite first baseman. We were so worried about Jared Jones. Tried to tell y'all, do not be worried. This man he's gonna do what he's got to do, and love Zach York.
Zach York, people don't realize, I believe it was 997 fielding position, fielding
I think
percentage.
it was 993.
993
Yeah.
at Grand Canyon last year. Like, think about how good that is. A lot of people will see Zach York, they'll see his build, I get it, and they'll be like, oh, he's going to go in there, he's going to DH for you, he's going to bat in the 4-hole.
Yeah.
That's it. He's not going to do much else for you. Like, Zach York is a plus defender. I mean, we just threw that number at you, 993. That's incredible. I mean, there's not a lot of first basemen out there that have that number. So, like, don't let the build fool you on a guy like Zach York. He has been incredible so far at first base. And, it's so funny when you lose a guy like Trey Morgan, like, in my opinion, still best defensive first baseman LSU's ever had, you think there's going to be a big hole there. Jared Jones, the jump he took from when Trey Morgan left to his final year here at LSU to now Zach York, it's a lot like third base. Like, we had talked about it with Jay Johnson at third base after Jacob Berry left. Remember, Jacob Berry came in Jay's first year, and he was a one and done. And then you bring in Tommy White. Everybody saw Tommy White. He's a big guy. They were like, okay, he's going to be your DH. He's going to hit a lot of homers for you. But Tommy White at third base, and Tommy White's first year at third base, he was an adequate third baseman. He was solid. Tommy White's last year at LSU, he saved and won games for you over there at third base. He was a plus defender at the hot corner. Jay Johnson has a knack of bringing in these guys that he knows can turn into something defensively, and it's a sight to see. I mean, he's done it with Jared Jones. It looks like Zach York, which Zach York was already really good when he got here. He did it with Tommy White. So when you see these guys in the field, they're there for a reason. I mean, we talked about the hitting of Mason Braun. Mason Braun was the #1 first baseman coming out of high school last year. Mason Braun's good enough to play first base on this team. Jay Johnson and staff just trust Zach York that much to go out there and do it, so they put Mason Braun at DH. Like, the athleticism of him and what this staff is able to do with guys like that, very, very impressive. And, again, the LSU Tigers, 10-7 victory last night over the Kent State Flashes. They will take on Nichols tomorrow night in Alec Box. Tomorrow night, or tomorrow afternoon, 1 p.m.
Yeah,
1 p.m. first pitch. Kind of an early midweek game there, but we'll take a timeout when we get back. Hunt Palmer on Thursday, leading up to the opening weekend, put out 5 bold predictions for LSU baseball in 2026. You can read it on LouisianaSports.net. Me and Alondra are going to go through those 5 bold predictions, see if they're come true or was Hunt completely off base. We'll talk about that next here on Off the Bench.
Off the bench.
All right, go to trashrangers.com. If you're signing up for residential, commercial trash pickup, if you are signing up for a roll-off dumpster, maybe you're doing some spring cleaning coming up and you need that, you tell them what you've got. They'll make sure you have the right size dumpster. If you are looking for a portable toilet, maybe you got an event going on and you want to have that delivered to you, picked up, they can do that every single time at Trash Rangers. So again, go to the website, trashrangers.com, trashrangers.com.
Yeah, if you got a business and you're maybe you're not happy with your current trash pickup, maybe it's hard to get in touch with the customer service over there. I've been there. I've done that. Give them a call. Let them know how they can help your business. They are the experts when it comes to trash removal, and they can customize their pickup schedule around your business. What time of the day, how much trash you make. Is it 1 pickup a week? Maybe it's 6 pickups a week. It doesn't matter. They can fit the project to your specific job site. And residential, roll-off dumpsters, you name it, the most reliable trash pickup, trash removal service in Louisiana. TrashRangers.com.
At Bayou Automotive, we believe in a sales process that puts you first. We want you to experience an easy purchase with clear pricing and great service. Let Bayou Ford and Bayou Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram be your trusted partners in finding your perfect vehicle. The crew at Bayou Automotive is going to do right by you.
When it comes to industrial construction, River Parish Contractors can do it all. Mechanical, structural, custom fabrication, specialized welding, and turnaround services. Strategically located in between Baton Rouge and New Orleans, we have the local team with the experience and commitment to safety to manage the most complex industrial projects. Period. Here's the deal. Partnering with us means your project is delivered on time, on budget, and most important, safely. River Parish Contractors, let's get building.
Make Raising Cane's the first stop for your second line. Get extra saucy with a Cane's doubloon for just $1 that scores you extra cane sauce through April 3rd with any purchase. Let the good times roll this Mardi Gras with Raising Cane's. One love.
ED, low T, or simply seeking to optimize your health and performance? Goodwood Men's Sexual Wellness offers a range of discreet services to address your specific needs. We empower men to reclaim their health and confidence. Visit yourgoodwood.com.
These are the luckiest ice cubes in the world. They could have been a thankless bed for an all-you-can-eat salad bar. But instead, they've been called upon to cradle and cool a crisp, refreshing Dos Equis. Looks like the lucky just got luckier. Dos Equis.
We typically think of stress as being bad for us. At Our Lady of the Lake and LSU, we are researching how certain types of stress, such as exercise, can be good for our immune health. By studying people under extreme stress, such as athletes, astronauts, service members, and first responders, we're learning how to improve the immune health of everyone. That's the power of research. That's the impact of champions. Together, we roar.
I'm Gabrielle McLeod on behalf of the Louisiana Propane Dealers. I have spent hundreds of hours preparing for scholarship competitions. That preparation paid off when I won the Fitness and Talent Awards along with the title of Miss Louisiana. The Louisiana Propane Dealers are also pretty talented and want you to be prepared for when the power goes out. Visit LouisianaPropane.com to find out about propane generators and other safety tips. Louisiana Propane, it truly is the fuel for our future.
From the locker room to the airwaves, it's Off the Bench with Jacob Hester and Matt Flynn.
All right, go to getgordon.com. Gordon McKernan Injury Attorneys. Truly the place to go if you have any question. A live agent's actually going to pull up right there on the homepage of the website. So any question you might need to ask them, it can be answered right there. But also, you can see cases they can handle in the courtroom, past client results. All that information is on getgordon.com. It's always going to be at getgordon on all major social media as well. So Facebook, Instagram, X, whatever it might be. And then we always say it every single day, no matter where you're listening to us in Louisiana, put your area code followed by 888-8888. Get Gordon and get it done.
That's right. Get Gordon and get it done. GetGordon.com. If you have been injured, whether it's a car accident, whether it's on the job site, whether walking down the street, it doesn't matter. Give them a call and just start the conversation. Tell them about your case. Tell them about exactly what has happened. And then they go out and they fight for you. They've been doing it a long time because that is what they do. They get people in Louisiana exactly what they deserve. GetGordon.com.
All right, welcome back in. Tuesday edition of Off the Bench. Taylor Sharp here with you. Alondra Villarreal, Braxton Rizzuto as well. Hunt Palmer, before the season, it was actually last Thursday, on LouisianaSports.net, put out 5 bold predictions for LSU baseball in 2026. Now, they're bold for a reason, but I got to be honest. I was looking at these last night. I think a couple of these bold predictions may not be that bold anymore after the opening weekend, and they might actually come true. All right, the first one we'll break down is the first one on his list. LSU pitching leads the SEC in strikeouts through the regional round. Yeah, Nate Yeske's 2 for 2 on that. LSU's led the SEC in strikeouts both years Yeske's been here. But they don't have an individual pitcher in the top 3 in the league.
Okay.
In terms of strikeouts. So as a staff, they lead the league
that
in
actually
strikeouts.
makes sense for what we have right now, but I think Cooper Moore will give him a run for his money.
If Cooper Moore goes 11 Ks per game, I don't know if
But also look out for Auburn.
Yeah. Auburn's staff.
Auburn's pitching staff is always pretty good. Tennessee will always give you a little bit of competition as well, but Auburn, their pitching staff looks pretty good right now. I know it's early in the season and they're playing like whatever teams, which I'll say Kent State and Milwaukee less, but Kent State is a really scrappy team.
Kent State can hit.
Yeah,
they scored
scrappy
33 runs against Southeastern.
Yeah.
And I don't care that it's Southeastern. Like they're only a pretty good baseball program, but that's 11 runs a game over a 3-game period. He scored 7 against LSU last night. Like, they were 3-0 coming into that game. I do like Hunt's description here, though, or reasoning behind it. He said, Yeski did it with Luke Coleman, Gage Jump, and Griffin Herring 2 years ago. Last season, you had Cade Anderson and Anthony Hyenson. Said the difference is you had 2 elite starters, not quite the bullpen depth, because right now it kind of looks like the opposite. I mean, you got Cowan, Rizzi, Sheeran, Gavin Guidry. I mean, will Kason Evans remain a starter? Will he go back to the bullpen? Like, we'll see what happens there. But, I mean, Cooper Williams, if he's not a starter. So I kind of agree with this, but I'm with you. Cooper Moore would be the one.
No, I agree with it, but I would watch out for Cooper Moore to definitely be one of the leaders.
All right, the second one on here, 4 pitchers earned multiple saves. I mean, Gavin Guidry got one last night, and Grant Fontenot had one on Saturday. So, I mean, we already got 2 pitchers with a save. I can see that happening because, look, Sheeran looks like he could be dominant in the back end. Yeah. We've seen Fontenot already do it. Gavin Guidry's going to be in the closer role at some point, whether it's a setup guy or that true closer. Zach Cowan. I mean, he did this a number of times last year. He didn't really do much in the first weekend. You didn't ask him to do that much either, but Zach Cowan's a guy that could come in high leverage situations. I think that this actually does come true. I don't know about you, but I actually think 4 pitchers will earn multiple saves. I mean, we just threw out 3.
Again, because of the first one that we said, like, the depth is a lot different on this team than it's been. I can see that happening too. It's already, like, Gavin Guidry, didn't he get one on
He got one
Friday?
last night.
Well, I know he got one last night. Did he get it on Friday or no?
He may have. I know Fontenot got it on Saturday.
Gavin went out earlier Friday.
That's true.
Yeah, you're right. True. He was one of the first ones out, so he got it last night.
Either way, I think that, yes, that can happen.
The third one, not really a bold prediction anymore because of what we saw on Saturday. Cooper Moore will get 10 SEC starts, yes. As long as Cooper Moore is healthy, he's going to be a starter in this rotation. Is it always Saturday? Is it Friday or Sunday? Doesn't matter. Cooper Moore is going to start on this team. I mean, you saw what he did at Kansas last year. Really strong in the preseason. Like, that's a guy that Jay Johnson talked about and raved about him every chance he got going into the season. It's one of the reasons a lot of people were so confident that Cooper Moore was going to be a starter in this rotation because you knew about Kason Evans. You knew he was going to get his shot to start. And Jay Johnson, anytime was asked about starting pitching, Cooper Moore, one of the first names out of his mouth. Every single time. Every time a coach does that, you know the guy's making an impact out there in the fall scrimmages, and it showed up week number 1. So, I mean, I think that one's a given. Cooper Moore will make 10 SEC starts. I don't think there's any question about that. Okay, here's the next one. Here's where I think Hunt's wrong. And I agreed with him. I read this on Friday when he put it out. I agreed with him on Friday. I don't now. LSU will have 6 guys hit 10 or more home runs, but will not have a player hit 20. I was with him going into the season. But hell, if Jake Brown can keep doing what he's doing, I mean, he's got 4 in the last 2 games. And I get it. It's Milwaukee and Kent State. The competition's going to get better, but he's there. I mean, he's right there at 4 right now after the opening weekend. Jake Brown's on pace to do that. Does he get to 20? We'll see. I mean, Alondra last segment mentioned how he looks like he's gained weight. He looks like he's got more power, and he was a guy that, was already a pretty good hitter a year ago. The thing with Jake Brown, remember last year all they talked about was Jake Brown struggles against the left-handers. That's what everybody said. That's why he wasn't in there in the lineup. Right now, I believe he's only faced a few left-handers. He's 1 for 2 against the lefties this year. If Jake Brown can figure that out, he's going to be in this lineup every single day. I think Jake Brown could hit 20, at least so far after what we've seen through the first 4 games of the season. Now, I agree. I think there's 10 guys that hit the 10 home run mark. Alondra mentioned it last week. Well, she kind of brought up the Moneyball phrase. I saw Hunt do that on Friday as well. It makes a lot of sense because you don't necessarily have to replace Jarrett Jones with a guy that's going to hit 20 plus, but Stephen Milam could do it. He could get to 10. Zach York probably will get to 10. Look at what Kate Aaron Beatty's doing so far. We just mentioned Jake Brown. Seth Dardar has some pop in his bat. We've seen that come to fruition here early on. Mason Braun got his first home run last night. He's got power. And then, Derek Curiel, people kind of forget last year how many home runs he actually hit just because you see him at the top of the lineup. He's a slender guy. He's a freshman. You're like, okay, this guy, he's a speedy guy. He's going to get hit for contact. He's going to get on base. Derek Curiel hit 6 home runs last season as a freshman, and he's put on 13 pounds of muscle. Why can't he improve by 4 home runs? I don't see why Derek Curiel can't do that. I think that's actually likely to happen. I think Derek Curiel does get to double-digit home runs. I mean, I could totally see 6 guys getting to that 10 home run mark. The thing is, though, so Hunt's half right on this. Jake Brown could get to 20. If he keeps hitting the way he is going to eclipse that 20 home run mark. And you kind of need a player like that. Like, look, I'm all for the 6 guys with 10-plus home runs because, like, a home run's a home run. It doesn't really matter who hits it. But when you got that one guy that you know when you need a big hit can come through, if that guy turns out to be Jake Brown, that makes this lineup that much more dangerous. Because I think everybody 1 through 9, regardless of who's in there, where they're at in the lineup, is going to be able to hit. I think Jay's put together a deep enough roster to where you don't have to worry about, oh, is there really a quote-unquote weak point in the lineup? So far through the season, not really. But if you have that one guy in your lineup to go along with all those good hitters that, I mean, opposing batters fear can take one over the fence at just the swing of a bat, then that makes your lineup that much more dangerous. That way you can pick and choose where you put Jake Brown. You can slide him in there and be like, oh, we can bat him in the 4 hole. We can put him at the 5. Jay likes to have a power bat in the 2 hole a lot of times. If you could move him around and he can keep doing that, that'd be huge for your team. So I do think LSU gets 6 guys that hit 10 home runs, but Jake Brown could be that player to get to 20. And then the final prediction Hunt had, Mason Braun will get more than 3 postseason at-bats. Now, I'll give our guy a little bit of a pass here because you're probably thinking, well, yeah, that seems obvious. I mean, he started day 1 at DH. Hunt said, I do think he's got a chance to become a left-handed bullet on this team. He said, if he starts opening weekend, then the boldness of this prediction takes a hit. He said it's 30 hours before the lineup cards turned in. I don't know if Braun will be in it. If he is, the boldness kind of goes away. If not, watch out for Mason Braun as a weapon coming off the bench for this team. Mason Braun's going to get more than 3 postseason at-bats because I think Mason Braun's going to be your everyday DH if all things hold. He's been in that spot for multiple games now. He looks really good. And, again, I mentioned it on Monday. He's a guy that can play in the outfield. He's a guy that can play he was the number 1 first baseman in high school baseball last year. He can move around a little bit. So, heaven forbid somebody goes down with an injury. I'll slide in there to first. You can move somebody else around. I can slide out there to the outfield, move somebody else around, and he can DH. He's going to get more than 3 postseason at-bats, provided he stays healthy. I don't think there's any question about that. So, what Hunt got right, Mason Braun's going to get more than 3 postseason at-bats. I think he's half right. I think 6 guys will hit 10 home runs, but I think Jake Brown could make that 20 home run mark. We'll see how that falls. Cooper Moore's going to make 10 SEC starts, provided that he's healthy. 4 pitchers can earn multiple saves. The one to me, the boldest, the LSU leads the league in strikeouts, but does not have an individual pitcher in the top 3. Alondra mentioned watch out for Auburn. They got a deep staff, and LSU does as well. But the way Cooper Moore's playing, if he continues that throughout the year, he can go 6 innings, 7 innings, get you multiple strikeouts. I get that the competition is going to get tougher, but he was really good all last season at Kansas. There's a chance that if this staff is as good as it could be, Cooper Moore's also in there in the top 3 in strikeouts. So, again, that's one that's kind of half right. But, I was looking at this last night. I originally saw it on Friday before the season started. Now, I wanted to revisit it because it was like, these probably were bold before the opening weekend. And I don't like to do much of an overreaction. I just kind of wanted to look on where things sit as one weekend happens. But I was looking at it and I'm like, I don't know how bold these are anymore. I mean, I think a lot of these are kind of right on the money. We'll see if they hold, but not bad right there as far as the bold predictions go. All right, we'll take a timeout when we get back. LSU announced a new partnership as far as a jersey patch goes. We'll quickly talk about that next here on Off the Bench.
Off the Bench.
If your office is experiencing performance issues like slow networks, jammed printers, or disappearing files, Advanced Office Systems may be right for you. With powerful IT solutions, print management, document imaging, and security systems, they help offices regain confidence naturally. Side effects may include uncontrollable efficiency, smoother workflows, and a sudden burst of office joy. Say goodbye to those emotional breakdowns in the supply closet and get back on track with Advanced Office Systems.
Transform your living space with Lacoste & Young Remodeling and take your home from outdated to outstanding. Redefine your kitchen for the ultimate culinary experience, or elevate your daily routine with a spa-worthy bathroom retreat. Our skilled team brings 3D modeling to life to ensure your vision becomes a reality. We believe luxury should be accessible and offer tailored solutions to fit your budget without compromising quality. So contact us today for a free estimate. Lacoste & Young Remodeling, providing perfect solutions for your dream home.
Make Raising Cane's the first stop for your second line. Get extra saucy with a Cane's doubloon for just $1 that scores you extra cane sauce through April 3rd with any purchase. Let the good times roll this Mardi Gras with Raising Cane's. One love.
Hi, this is Beth Serena. Welcome to my pool. The first time I saw this beautiful pool, it exceeded every expectation that I had. They were able to get everything we wanted in this pool. It is a beautiful pool. We live out here, we eat out here, we watch TV out here. This is like our living room outside. We love this pool and everything about it. When we decided to build our pool, we called a great friend who is one of the best pool builders in the country in North Louisiana, and we said, who would you choose to build a pool in Baton Rouge? And without a hesitation, he told us Russell Pools. He said their history, tradition of great builds, great pools was unmatched. So of course, who did we call? Russell Pools. The advice I would give to anyone looking to build a pool is first call Russell Pools. They'll do an incredible job. It'll be incredibly organized. It'll be time efficient. And you will have your pool in no time.
Today, we are shaping tomorrow.
We are researching how extreme stress impacts the immune system, from trauma victims to athletes and even astronauts.
Our work is leading the way in sepsis treatment, saving countless lives.
We're unlocking the mind with music in exciting new ways.
Our Lady of the Lake Health and LSU are improving the health of our state.
That's the impact of champions.
Imagine the impact we'll have on the future. Together, we roar.
When it comes to industrial construction, River Parish Contractors can do it all. Mechanical, structural, custom fabrication, specialized welding, and turnaround services. Strategically located in between Baton Rouge and New Orleans, we have the local team with the experience and commitment to safety to manage the most complex industrial projects. Period. Here's the deal. Partnering with us means your project is delivered on time, on budget, and most important, safely. River Parish Contractors, let's get building.
Looking for cleaner energy? Propane is energy for everyone. And when you're cooking with clean, affordable propane, you're cooking with gas. In the wintertime, nothing heats a home like Louisiana propane. And when you need hot water, propane's got you covered. Oh, and you won't regret that propane generator when the power goes out. I'm Miss Louisiana, Gabrielle McLeod, and to find more information and to find a propane dealer near you, visit louisianapropane.com.
Gulf Coast Bank and Trust is giving our customers the power to bank anywhere, anytime during this challenging event. And we're right there with you.
From the locker room to the airwaves, it's Off the Bench with Jacob Hester and Matt Flynn.
Welcome back in. Final segment, hour number one here on a Tuesday edition of Off the Bench. Taylor Sharp, Alondra Villarreal, Braxton Rizzuto here hanging out with you here this morning. LSU Athletics announced yesterday there's a new official legacy partner of LSU Athletics, and it's Woodside Energy. So Woodside Energy, that logo, it's going to be on all 21 of LSU's competition apparel. And if you know anything about Woodside, they're offshore energy. They've been working offshore in Louisiana for over 2 decades, and they pour a lot of money into the state. They just finished a $17.5 billion investment decision on its Louisiana LNG project. So they, more than anyone, want to see this state thrive. And Matt Moscone on AFR actually did like a 30-minute sit-down with one of the members of Woodside Energy yesterday. Gave you the whole spiel. You can go back on Twitter, Facebook, AFR, YouTube, any channel like that, and go watch that full interview there with Woodside Energy. A lot of people have a lot of different thoughts about this logo. Some say, oh, well, I hate it. It's ruining LSU athletics, and you're going to look like a NASCAR, a WNBA logo. Some people are fine with it, and, you know, I'm fine with it. I don't really see the big deal. Like, some of LSU's most iconic moments have come in bowl games, have come in national championships. You got a bowl game patch right here on your shoulder, depending which one, and the purple Nike check on the other side. I don't really see the issue, especially since with what Woodside Energy did. So their normal logo is red and white. They changed it to purple and white to match the LSU uniform and to not clash with it. I don't really see an issue with this. I mean, I know there's a lot of people out there, like, I would love to know Hunt Palmer's stance on this. And I'm sure Hunt's good with it too. I know, he likes to be the uniform guy and everybody gives him crap about it, but I'm good with it because it's going to bring in money to the university. It's a step in the right direction and it's historic. I mean, you don't see this at all in college athletics. The NBA started doing it a couple years ago as far as like having that one signature logo patch on their uniform, but LSU, they're going to be, at the forefront of this in college athletics, and that's how LSU is. They're at the forefront of most things. I mean, they have the NIL LSU sign that you saw in Times Square a few years ago. I mean, everything, all the changes going on in college athletics, it seems like LSU is always either spearheading that approach or somewhere right there in the top, and that's why LSU's been able to navigate this, and their programs have continued to thrive. I mean, look at some of the programs in years past that were really good before the NIL and transfer portal era that maybe aren't there. I mean, look at the coaches that have stepped away. I mean, Tony Bennett at Virginia. Tony Bennett at Virginia said, well, my system, my program takes 3 to 4 years to get the hang of it. If everybody's going to be one and done in college basketball, I'm out. I mean, Tony Bennett left college basketball before the age of 50. But LSU is bringing in the right people, and they know how to get out in front of things like this, and it's paying off in a big way. Because whether you like it or not, that Woodside Energy logo, it's going to be one of the talks of college football during LSU's first game. Because everybody's going to see it. Everybody's going to realize that LSU is the one that started this movement, whether you like it or not. And so I think overall it's a pretty good thing. Again, all 21 of LSU's competition apparel throughout multiple sports will feature the Woodside Energy logo. Okay, before we go to break, guys, it's Mardi Gras. And I'm not a big Mardi Gras guy. I've told you that parades aren't really my thing. And that remains true. I mean, I haven't been to a Mardi Gras parade in, I think I was a freshman in high school the last time I went to a Mardi Gras parade. I mean, it's been a minute. But I was telling Braxton before the show yesterday, like, hey, you know where Mardi Gras originated? And he's like, oh, yeah, right here in New Orleans. Nope. How about Mobile, Alabama, Braxton? How about that? People in New Orleans, they don't like to hear that.
I refuse to believe it.
Well, it didn't originate in Mobile. Let me back up. It was European, like medieval days. That's where it originated. First celebrated in America in Mobile. Now, do they do it as big and as wild and as raunchy as New Orleans? No. Never. Nobody does in really terms of anything. But, yeah, Mobile, Alabama, 1699. The first recorded celebration. I'm sorry. It was brought to America in 1699. The first celebration, 1703. Now, I have been to a few Mardi Gras parades in the state of Alabama. I was telling you, we used to go on vacation and we'd get caught in traffic on the way up there because we would always leave here because all the tourists would come here for Mardi Gras, right? So if you live here, we would always go somewhere else. And we got caught in it. It was actually on Beach Boulevard right there in Gulf Shores in the Orange Beach area. We got caught in a massive Mardi Gras parade. They have one in Daphne. It was like an old fire truck parade. They would bring out all the antique fire trucks. They did another one in Foley. And it's so funny because the people out there get so hyped up for Mardi Gras, and you look at it and you compare it to what we do here. It's just not even on the same level. It's not even close. So, like, was Mobile first? Yes. Does New Orleans do it better? Absolutely, yes. So, really no competition there. New Orleans still the king of Mardi Gras. I hope everyone out there that is going to Mardi Gras parades have a good time, but stay safe out there. There are crazy people in this world. All right, that'll pretty much do it for hour number one. Coming up in hour number two, want to hit a quick LSU football segment. One of the top running backs in the country, highly considering LSU, and he's actually a local kid, and I'll tell you why. Having Lane Kiffin as the head coach of this program is perfect for moments like these when you're trying to land an elite running back. We'll, of course, have OTB mailbag at 8:15. Get your questions in the comment section on YouTube. We'll bounce back and forth on that. Patrick Wright, the voice of the LSU Lady Tigers, will join us at 8:30. He called all 3 LSU baseball games over the weekend and that women's basketball game versus South Carolina on Saturday night. Busy guy over the weekend, and I didn't think he was busy enough, so he's going to hop on with us. College football has a new member of the Mountain West that will start immediately. So as of July 1st, 2026, they will be a member of the Mountain West. And normally it's not a big deal, but when you hear which program it is, it might come as a little bit of a surprise. But I actually think it's long overdue. Hour number 3, Nick Underhill of New Orleans Football in his normal spot. Look, I keep hearing the name Jeremiah Love. Is that a serious possibility for the New Orleans Saints? I know there's a lot of people out there that would like it. There's a lot of people out there that would hate it, one of which, Matt Flynn, that normally sits right up here on this desk. Maybe give you a little bit of an Olympic update. LSU thought they were losing a staff member coming back after originally announcing he was going to the NFL. Then we'll close it out with Saints. We'll do Ask the Bench. We'll do all of it. That's all coming up. So we got a busy hour 1 and 2. Again, coming up on the other side, we'll have LSU football and then Patrick Wright at 8:30. Stay tuned. Hours 2 and 3 of OTB coming up next.
Off the bench.
I'm Gabrielle McLeod on behalf of the Louisiana Propane Dealers. I have spent hundreds of hours preparing for scholarship competitions. That preparation paid off when I won the Fitness and Talent Awards along with the title of Miss Louisiana. The Louisiana Propane Dealers are also pretty talented and want you to be prepared for when the power goes out. Visit louisianapropane.com to find out about propane generators and other safety tips. Louisiana Propane, it truly is the fuel for our future.
Make Raising Cane's the first stop for your second line. Get extra saucy with a Cane's doubloon for just $1 that scores you extra cane sauce through April 3rd with any purchase. Let the good times roll this Mardi Gras with Raising Cane's. One love.
My father, J.B. Falgu, had a vision of growth for First American Bank and the communities we serve. The bank's foundation was built on his legacy of compassion, loyalty, and dedication. Through his years of leadership, First American has prospered to heights even JB could not have imagined. I know my father would be extremely proud of the customer service and financial stability that First American provides to Southeast Louisiana. We continue to thrive because of the legacy of JB Falgu.
After a decade of working in private duty nursing, I know how hard it can be to find compassionate care for the ones that you love the most. So I started Decision Critical, a premier concierge nursing agency, so we can take care of you wherever you are. Our highly skilled nurses provide exceptional care from the comfort of your own home with personalized packages for short-term, long-term, or even around-the-clock care. Visit us at decisioncriticalbr.com and give us a call today to get started.
Sometimes you ignore the signs, even when they're right in front of you. Problem gambling isn't always easy to spot. Know the signs. Set your limit. Learn more about healthy gambling habits by visiting us online or text or call for free confidential help now.
When it comes to choosing energy for your family and your home, make the smart choice with natural gas. You can count on efficient and affordable natural gas to keep you comfortable and reduce your environmental impact to help protect our planet. Together, we're fueling our energy future. Atmos Energy.
Off the Bench with Jacob Hester and Matt Flynn.
Okay, here we go.
Where the plays get broken down and science gets denied.
Hey, they said I got to come off the bench.
Hour 2 of Off the Bench, live from the Raising Cane studio.
Welcome in hour number 2, a Tuesday edition of Off the Bench. Taylor Sharp, Alondra Villarreal, Braxton Rizzuto, all hanging out with you here this morning. We're busy hour number 1, talking a lot of baseball. Me and Alondra kind of broke down Hunt's 5 bold predictions for the LSU baseball season, how they hold up after the first weekend, and we took a look back at the action last night on the diamond as LSU takes down the Kent State Golden Flashes by a score of 10-7. Right now, I want to pivot a little bit just for one segment to LSU football because LSU Tigers on SI put out an article of Catholic High running back Jaden Miles leaning towards the LSU Tigers. Now, shouldn't come as a huge surprise. LSU does really well with Catholic High, and Jaden Miles, number 1 running back in the state of Louisiana. So it may not come to a surprise to you that, you know, LSU's on his radar. He's on LSU's radar. He's right down the road. He's 6'2". He's 200 pounds. He has offers from every SEC school you can think of. I mean, Auburn, Oklahoma, Alabama, and even some teams in Texas, Houston Cougars, Texas Tech Red Raiders. I mean, you know, he's looking at a lot of different schools. Well, last Friday, Sam Spiegelman of Rivals officially put in his prediction for the LSU Tigers. Now, look, I get it. It's a little bit down the road. Things can change, but this makes a lot of sense. And it's because of Lane Kiffin. Look at some of the running backs under Lane Kiffin and how they performed. I mean, 2015, when Lane Kiffin was the offensive coordinator at Alabama, Derrick Henry, 395 carries, 219 yards, 28 touchdowns. And, oh, yeah, Derrick Henry took home the Heisman Trophy that season. Even after, and, you know, 2016, they had a good year, but it was a mixture of guys. You had Jalen Hurts at quarterback. You had Josh Jacobs, Damian Harris, a lot of those guys. So not all of them had eye-popping numbers, but Alabama still ran the ball really effectively back in 2016. It was just 3 or 4 different guys and not one monster like you saw at Derrick Henry running for over 2,000 yards. Lane Kiffin gets the call up to Florida Atlantic to be their head coach. In 2017 and 2018, he had Devin Singletary as his starting running back, who's been a really good player in the NFL. You know, I mean, he's never been at an all-pro level, but just a solid professional running back is Devin Singletary. His first year at Florida Atlantic, without Lane Kiffin, he had 1,000 yards, 12 touchdowns. Really good. Really good numbers. But when Lane Kiffin got there in 2017, 301 carries, 1,900 yards rushing, and 32 touchdowns. He also added another 200 receiving. Followed it up the next year, 2018, 1,300 yards rushing, 22 touchdowns. Lane Kiffin loves to run the football. I mean, I just gave you multiple examples, but it goes beyond that. Look at Quinshon Judkins at Ole Miss. I mean, you saw what Quinshon did his rookie year with the Browns. He was really, really good. He finished with about 800 yards rushing. He missed a couple games. You look at Quinshon Judkins at Ole Miss. 2022, 1,500 yards rushing, 16 touchdowns, average 5.7 yards per carry. And he did it again the next year. 1,100 yards, 1,158, 15 touchdowns. And again, hovering around 200 yards receiving both of those years. Lane Kiffin loves to run the football. Look at some of the offenses that he'd struggled in, and some of the whenever he lost the big game at Ole Miss, he would always go to the podium, and Jake mentions it here all the time because Jake talked to him at SEC spring meetings going into this past year. He said, we lost to LSU in Death Valley 2 years ago because we couldn't run the football, and in the fourth quarter, we kept having to throw it. A lot of people look at the Lane Kiffin offense and think, oh, it's a spread attack, it's up-tempo. Lane Kiffin's going to throw the ball 45, 50 times a game. But that's just not the case. That's never been Lane Kiffin. Lane Kiffin has always prided himself on his offense and his team's ability to run the football. Look at Kawan Lacey just last season. Kawan Lacey, 306 carries, 167 yards, 24 touchdowns, and he caught a heck of a lot of balls coming out of the backfield as well. When Lane Kiffin has a stud running back, he uses them. It's the workhorse. I mean, he had 300 carries. Devin Singletary had 300 carries his first year under Lane Kiffin. Derrick Henry had almost 400 carries in 2015, 395. There's a lot to like, if you're a running back, about the Lane Kiffin offense. It's, in my opinion, a big reason why you were able to get Harlem Berry and Caden Durham back. Remember, Caden Durham entered the transfer portal, and there were a lot of people that said, Kiffin's going to bring in Kawan Lacey, and you're going to lose Harlem Berry, you're going to lose Caden Durham. Now, you lost Caleb Jackson, but Caleb Jackson was kind of your fourth runner this year because Berry emerged. You knew Caden Durham was at least going to be the number one guy to start the season because of how he finished his freshman year. And then Jawan Johnson stepped up in fall camp. So, yes, you lost Caleb Jackson, but Caleb Jackson was your number 4 anyways. It didn't matter quite as much. You were able to get Harlem Berry and Caden Durham back because Lane Kiffin is now your head coach and what he is able to do running the football. I mean, when I look at Harlem Berry, 491 last year on the ground, really came on strong the back half of the year. The sky is the limit for Harlem Berry in this offense because I fully expect him to be RB1 at least going into game 1 against Clemson. Caden Durham's going to have a role. We talk about it a lot on this show. These running backs are so talented that behind this poor offensive line with poor coaching, an awful running scheme where you basically ran an RPO every play and the lineman could not get to the second level, Caden Durham and Harlem Berry both each ran for over 4 yards per carry last year. At one point in the season, Caden Durham had 5 yards per carry until about the halfway point. But they both still got over 4 yards per carry. It's because of Lane Kiffin. Mix in a running back like Sam Levitt, who, if fully healthy, he showed his ability to run the football. I mean, a lot of people forget how athletic Sam Levitt is because, yes, he was hurt last year. I get that. He played in 4 games for the Sun Devils, but when Sam Levitt's fully healthy, he can run the ball as well. I mean, look at what he did 2 years ago when he was at Arizona State. Played in 13 games. 443 yards rushing, 5 rushing touchdowns, 4 yards per carry. Even last year in 7 games, 300 yards rushing, 5 touchdowns, 4.2 a carry. You mix Sam Levitt with Caden Durham and Harlem Berry, and this offense is going to be built around throwing the football. I know LSU signed 1 billion receivers in the transfer portal. We talked about the 3 talented freshmen yesterday that you have coming in. But make no mistake about it, this offense's identity is going to be running the football. And I'm not saying they're going to get Jaden Miles out of Catholic High. Jaden Miles has a lot of options. He's going to go where he thinks best fits him. But really, any running back that steps foot in this offense, I believe is going to have success because you have the best offensive mind in college football. I truly believe that. And then with Charlie Weiss Jr. calling the plays, there's so much familiarity between him and Lane Kiffin. Any running back would be hard-pressed to find a better situation than the one LSU is going to provide for them. And that's why, even with Harlem Berry, even with Caden Durham, you added 3 running backs in the transfer portal. Now, they look like depth pieces, but I mean, Dylan Jones from Wisconsin, he put up solid numbers last year. He began the season for Wisconsin as the starting running back. Now, he ultimately got passed up, but he was a guy that played in big-time games for him. He came here knowing that you had 2 returning running backs. Guys like Jaden Miles are going to do the same thing. It doesn't necessarily have to be Jaden Miles, but, I mean, when you look at this offense, again, like what Lane Kiffin has done throughout the years, Derrick Henry wins the Heisman Trophy. Devin Singletary, back-to-back 1,200-yard-plus seasons. He's still playing in the NFL. Quinshon Judkins, elite college career. Yes, he transferred to Ohio State to win a national championship. Got drafted in the 2nd round, but if Quinshon Judkins doesn't get hurt last year, who knows? Maybe he's holding up that Rookie of the Year trophy and not Tedoroa McMillan. And then we know about Kawan Lacey. Everybody in the country wanted Kawan Lacey if he was going to enter the portal, and Ole Miss probably had to pay a pretty penny to keep him in Oxford. there's a pattern there. There's one constant. Derrick Henry, 6'3", 240. Devin Singletary, a little bit on the smaller side. Kawan Lacey, known as more of a receiving back before he got to Ole Miss. Judkins, the downhill runner. All of these guys had kind of different skill sets, but all of them succeeded in the Lane Kiffin offense. Whether it's Jaden Miles, whether it's another top running back. Like, yeah, Sam Spiegelman logged his pick for LSU to get Jaden Miles. It makes a lot of sense. I think you're going to see LSU continue to get these top-tier running backs. Like, everyone wanted to talk about the quarterback position with Lane Kiffin. I don't have to worry about the quarterback position. Lane Kiffin's going to land a top quarterback, and you're probably right because he has a quarterback-friendly system. But running back as well. He uses them a lot. They're all effective in his offense. And you can see going down the list of guys, Henry, Singletary, Judkins, Kawan Lacey, it works for a lot of different types of running backs. You're not always going to have a guy that's a perfect fit for your scheme. Recruiting's fickle like that. You could be targeting a guy and he could flip somewhere else last minute. You got to bring in a guy. Lane Kiffin is an innovative enough offensive mind to overcome that. So I think whether it's Miles, whether it's other top running backs, you're going to see a lot of this in the future as far as LSU being in the running for some of these top running backs throughout high school football. All right, we're going to take a timeout. When we get back, get your questions in the YouTube chat. We got OTB mailbag coming up. We do it every Tuesday around this time. We'll have that next here on Off the Bench.
Off the Bench.
Go to Bally's, Baton Rouge Casino and Hotel, the brand new star of downtown Baton Rouge. It is brand new. And sure, like the outside of the building somewhat might be the same, but that's the only thing that is the same. When you walk in, you'll be blown away. They have got Vegas-style gaming all over the place. Right when you walk in on the casino floor, they've got new slot machines. They have got a brand new DraftKings Sportsbook with an incredible bar that butts up to this biggest TV I think you've ever seen in your life. They've got a brand new hotel. Every room got an upgrade. Everything got an upgrade. Go check it out. Bally's Baton Rouge Casino and Hotel.
That's right. It is Friday. It is the weekend. Friday. If you're looking for something to do, if you're in Baton Rouge, the Baton Rouge area, looking for something to do with your friends, with your spouse, whatever it is, a little date night, go to Bally's of Baton Rouge. Baton Rouge, you got an upgrade, 25,000 square foot gaming facility, beautiful hotel and restaurants right there. Bally's of Baton Rouge.
At Bayou Automotive, we believe in a sales process that puts you first. We want you to experience an easy purchase with clear pricing and great service. Let Bayou Ford and Bayou Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram be your trusted partners in finding your perfect vehicle. The crew at Bayou Automotive is going to do right by you.
Looking for cleaner energy? Propane is energy for everyone. Propane water heaters are very cost efficient, and the savings are even greater with a tankless propane water heater. We all know that Louisiana propane is a safe and environmentally friendly fuel. So why not go green while you save some green? I'm Miss Louisiana, Gabrielle McLeod, and for more information, visit louisianapropane.com.
Sometimes you ignore the signs, even when they're right in front of you. Problem gambling isn't always easy to spot. Know the signs, set your limit. Learn more about healthy gambling habits by visiting us online or text or call for free, confidential help now.
I'm Lawyer Locke Meredith. If you're battling an insurance company because of a wreck not your fault and they're not calling you back or being fair, whether you hire us at all, give us a call, 272-5555, or email Locke Meredith, Sean Fagan and Associates. You have nothing to lose.
Hello, I'm Collins Meredith. If you've been injured on the job, you likely have a workers' compensation claim, but you may also have a tort claim which opens up significant recovery rights not normally available for a work injury. If this is you, call us or come see us at Locke Meredith, Sean Fagan and Associates.
Most roofers just replace your shingles. At Pelican, we diagnose your roof, digging deep down to find the root cause of your roof symptoms. Now cough for me? Good. We don't ignore your roof's issues, we address them. Let's just take care of this right here. Helping your roof to become the best version of itself. Interesting that you would say that. How does that make you feel? So call Pelican Roofing for your free roof checkup today.
Transform your living space with Lacoste & Young Remodeling and take your home from outdated to outstanding. Redefine your kitchen for the ultimate culinary experience or elevate your daily routine with a spa-worthy bathroom retreat. Our skilled team brings 3D modeling to life to ensure your vision becomes a reality. We believe luxury should be accessible and offer tailored solutions to fit your budget without compromising quality. So contact us today for a free estimate. Lacoste & Young Remodeling, providing perfect solutions for your dream home.
Looking for the ultimate game day experience? Come to the Queen Casino.
From the locker room to the airwaves, it's Off the Bench with Jacob Hester and Matt Flynn.
All right, go to rouses.com, go see our friends, and, which location do you go see them at? Well, you got to find out. You got to go to the website and see which one is nearest you. And then once you find that out, we always talk about it, man. They've got incredible deals going on at your local store, and you're going to be able to see them in that weekly ad right there on the homepage. Now, we always encourage you, go walk in. You'll be blown away right when you walk in. All the things that make Rouse's great. You're going to be welcomed by king cakes and all these things that are so Louisiana, right? And they are so local. They're going to have their own stuff there. But when we say Louisiana, they're in more than just Louisiana. Across the Gulf Coast. We just went to one in Mobile, Alabama a couple of weeks ago when we were down there for the Senior Bowl. So, again, find that location nearest you. How do you do that? You go to rouses.com.
Yeah, Rouse's on it. Get ready for the tailgating weekend, baby. Do it local. A local grocery store. Go check out your nearest local Rouse's.
All right, welcome back in. Tuesday edition of OTB. Taylor Sharp with you, Alondra Villarreal, Braxton Rizzuto as well. Okay, we do it every Tuesday around this time. Let's get into a little OTB mailbag.
Special delivery! I have this special delivery for Off the Bench. And look, it is marked most urgent.
We'll be writing to you.
The internet. What the is the internet?
All right, hashtag mailbag. So this first one's actually going to be for Alondra because I am not Catholic. Braxton, if you're Catholic, feel free to jump in as well. Are you giving up anything for the Lenten season?
So
It ain't going to be Dr. Pepper. We know that.
Dr. Pepper was hard, but what I'm thinking about giving up is even harder, and it would include Dr. Pepper. But I don't know if I can do it.
Okay. I'm intrigued.
Thinking about giving up caffeine.
Like altogether.
Yeah. I know. This is someone that drinks a quad espresso every single morning. It's going to be hard. I basically can only drink water.
Yeah, I think there's some root beers that don't have caffeine. I think that's right. The Sprite?
So-
What about Sprite?
I don't think that
well
has
then
caffeine.
you can have Sprite then.
But
That's
I
a
don't
big.
know.
That's a big.
I don't know if
one.
I can do it. Like, I just don't want to set myself up for failure. But I also feel like, if Jesus sacrificed his life for me, I can sacrifice some caffeine for 40 days.
This is one of the moments every year where I realize I'm not tough enough to be Catholic. I'm not.
That's why there's other.
I know. I told my mom, I'm like, hey,
That's funny.
for this reason, thank you, because I couldn't do it. I would fail every year. It's the same reason why I never set a New Year's Eve resolution or New Year's resolution, because in 2 weeks I'm going to be done. I'm not going to do it. I'm weak when it comes to stuff like that. I'm not going to be able to follow through. But
I did the no Dr. Pepper last year, and that was hard.
Guys, she would come in some mornings with like a
itching.
junky itch.
Yeah.
She'd be like, y'all got any more of them Dr. Peppers?
And then the last one that I had before Lent was a regular one, because y'all know I drink the zeros.
Right.
But I had a regular one before.
You got to go all out.
And then whenever I got one after Lent was over, it was a regular one in a can.
The cans are the best.
Yeah.
The can, there is
It was
nothing
a
better.
Ice cold canned Dr. Pepper, and it was the best Dr. Pepper I'd ever had.
By the way, I was looking for you the other day. I showed Hunt. I tried the first floor kitchen vending machine.
Yeah.
Ice cold.
Really?
Ice cold. Tried it last week.
They used to be hot all
I
the
know.
time.
I needed a Dr. Pepper last week, and I was like, oh, if it's hot, I'll just put it in the fridge.
Yeah.
Took it up, ice cold.
I also thought about doing alcohol, which is more doable, surprisingly more doable than the caffeine to me,
Okay.
is like giving up alcohol. But I'm going to New York next weekend.
Yeah, and if you go
all
somewhere
we
fancy,
do when we go to New York is go drink. So
right, and like if you go somewhere fancy, like you almost have to order wine.
Right.
So,
like,
yeah,
I'm
that'd be.
gonna drink some champagne.
Hashtag OTB mailbag. How can the Lady Tigers softball team be fixed? Easy answer: get hits and score runs. We talked about it yesterday. Sierra Daniel, Jayla Lassiter, Tori Edwards, they're doing their part. Everybody else needs to step up as well. Hashtag mailbag. How is the baby room coming along? Thank you for asking, Daniel Basham. Slowly but surely. So we kind of use that closet in our back bedroom. So we live in a 3 and 2. We just got that. Even though we didn't have any kids, we're like, look, we can have this house for the next however many years we want. Like, let's just do it now. Instead of, buying one. Like, closing on a house, it's not the funnest thing in the world. So we were like, let's just go ahead and do it one time. If, we happen to have 3 or 4 kids down the road, then we'll pack up and move. But for the time being, it works. So we were kind of using that back bedroom as storage. So, like, a lot of my winter coats, a lot of her winter coats were in that back closet. She did a closet clean out of her stuff Wednesday, and Friday I did mine. So that's done. Really, all I got to do is get the full-size bed mattress out of there. We got to wrap it, put it up in the attic. That's pretty much it. And then start the process of painting. I think Victoria said she wants to go with a light yellow because it could be boy or girl in case we have a girl somewhere down the road. And it could fit with an LSU theme if we want to do that. So we're thinking something along the lines of that. But baby room coming along. All right, Daniel Basham with another good one. This almost made me cry yesterday. I don't want this. But Alondra, OTB mailbag, can Alondra give an update on Punch?
So I actually have a really good update on Punch.
Is this positive?
This is a positive update on Punch because Punch was honestly, I'm not much like an emotional person.
That was sad yesterday.
Punch was making me highly emotional. Like, I almost wanted to cry over this little tiny monkey, and I really want to adopt him, but it looks like he's making some friends in the troop now.
Okay. That's
and
good.
One of the older females did start grooming him. That sounds wrong, but like grooming is different in monkey terms than it is in like. But yeah, he was getting groomed, and he also she hugged him, so he started to make some friends in the troop. Shout out to
that's
Punch.
a positive, right? Like, okay,
Yeah,
we like it. We like Punch.
we love it. Punch is a really cute name for him too, and he's so tiny. He just carries that big old stuffed animal around that's way too big for him.
Oh, it's bigger than him?
Oh, it's bigger than him, yeah.
Ooh, so he's like a tiny.
See if you can find a picture.
Yeah,
of
I
him.
haven't seen a picture of Punch at all.
Look on Twitter
I have not seen a picture of Punch.
and just type in Punch the Monkey on Twitter, and I'm sure you'll find one immediately.
Somebody here says, Taylor, you don't have to be Catholic to give up something for Lent.
True.
I know that. I'm using it as an excuse not to. That's where we're at, guys. I'm like, not Catholic. Guess I can't do it.
Right.
Guess I can't do it. I wanted to, but can't make it up. Guys, I can't give up anything. Like, because
Taylor doesn't have willpower.
Right. Yeah, basically. Sure. Yeah, that's fine.
Right.
We'll take it. Yeah. Take it on the chin. Then that's me. Because I know whether it's Victoria, whether I let the OTB crew pick, whether I let the chat pick, they're going to say, Taylor, you got to give up energy drinks. And guys, that ain't happening. It ain't happening. I mean, what else am I going to give up? That's the obvious answer. And it's not happening. I mean, look, we got the energy drink down here today.
That's the good one.
That's the good. This is the sugar-free one. Yeah.
Vanilla. Yeah.
You said you couldn't find sugar-free
I couldn't find the
yesterday. This
sugar-free.
one,
That's him. Pull him up.
they restocked it, but all right, what's Punch look like?
Oh my gosh, this kills me.
We got an update of this guy.
Do you help? No. Oh my gosh, look at this, Taylor. You're gonna die.
It's so little.
Oh, so he's the gray one, and okay, so the stuffed animal's the orange. He's the gray.
He's
Okay.
so little. He's way
God,
smaller than the stuffed monkey.
Gosh, he's tiny. I mean, that's smaller than I thought it was going to be. Look at the feet.
I didn't. Yeah.
Wait,
All right.
scroll, because there's more in there.
Hit the arrow.
Hit the arrow button. Oh my gosh.
All right, well, I officially love Punch.
We all love Punch. Look at that. Oh my gosh, I cannot. If you're listening on radio, go look up Punch the Monkey. He is the cutest little thing. But
Punch
it
is
also might
incredible.
make you sad. But don't be too sad because he has friends now. Oh
That's
my god, I can't.
We gotta name the stuffed animal now.
I don't know what the stuffed animal's name is, but his name is Punch.
Fruit.
And I love it. Oh, like Fruit Punch?
Fruit Punch.
That's actually cute.
We like that. Avo in the chat says, Taylor, you're going to make your kids sleep in a closet? No. Okay, we're cleaning out the closet.
That's how
in
it sounded.
It did. I know. I worded that very poorly. We're cleaning out the closet in the back bedroom. We want to get everything out of there and just work on the baby room all at once. By the way, anybody, I mean, I guess you two would never have a reason to do it, but if you've ever looked up prices of a baby crib,
No.
not the cheapest thing in the world, guys.
Everything that involves a baby is expensive.
We went and looked a couple weeks ago. Some place, I don't even remember where we were. And Victoria's like, oh yeah, it's like baby furniture. I went and looked and they're like, yeah, we have a 20% off sale. I was like, cool, how much is this rocking chair? They're like, well, it's called a glider. Like, okay, how much is this glider? They're like, $800. And I was like, this is on sale?
$800.
And then I was like, yeah, it is on sale because the other one next to it was $1,200. So to me, that's a little ridiculous, but everything baby related, like it's just one thing after
Wait till
another.
you look up car seats.
So we actually we got a car seat given to us.
Is it a Duna?
No.
Or what is it? Duna?
That's
Duna?
right. That's right.
Yeah.
You're talking about the one that's like car seat stroller all in
Yeah.
one. That's right. We don't have that. We were given a car seat. It's just that Greco or whatever
Yeah.
brand, the brand you see all the time. We're
'Cause
supposedly
I
being
looked
gifted.
up the Duna one time for a baby shower.
Yep.
I was like, do some of y'all want to go in on this together?
Yeah, we can go in fourths. Still be a decent gift. No, so we've looked at Dunas. We're apparently going to get something, but we already do have like a temporary car seat right now. Let's be honest, we're gonna be carrying that baby everywhere we go for the first couple months anyway. So the stroller, we'll get one though. We're gonna figure it out. We want to get the baby room figured out first. Victoria has a women only baby shower in April, so I'm not even invited to it.
That's usually how they are.
Yeah, I'm not even invited.
And then the men come at the end.
I'm not going at all, apparently.
Dang.
Yeah, I know. She didn't want me. I mean, I get it. I wouldn't want me there. She doesn't want me there. So,
just giving baby takes
yeah.
the whole time.
She's,
just takes on a baby.
So you'll love this. One of my good friends, his son turned 1 year old on Valentine's Day on Saturday. So we went to the party that morning. Or it was like noon. We get there and we pull up and he goes, how's Razor doing? Victoria's like, guys, stop.
Like, can we
She's
stop
like,
calling him Razor?
She's like, everybody at the Christmas party and the guaranteed 100-year celebration, they've all gotten together and claimed that this baby's going to be. And I mean, I didn't even tell him ahead of time. I mean, it's
Baby's
the
name is Razor.
It's the obvious name, guys. A little bit of breaking news. The baby's not going to be named Razor. I would like to apologize to everyone.
I think I said something like, I commented on y'all's picture or something. I was
Yeah.
like, I can't wait to meet Razor. And
Right.
Victoria was like, you're so funny.
Right. Oh, but it's so funny. Like, nobody has talked to each other about it, and everybody has said that.
But yeah, it's Razor.
Like my friend Ben, he doesn't know y'all. We walked in. How's Razor doing?
Razor's doing great.
My best friend's last name is Hunt, and he already has a kid. But he told me, he's like, hey, if you name your son Razor, if I ever have a daughter in the future, I'll name her Treasure. So it'd be Razor Sharp and then Treasure Hunt. And I was like, that's the
so
most
dumb.
tempting I've heard. The problem is, though, you'd have to have another kid and all this. That's a risk I can't take. But it would be elite. I'm trying to work in Razor as a middle name, and maybe just kind of go by
Razor
that.
might work as a middle name.
We're trying to workshop that in a little bit. Victoria wants it to have my middle name. I hate my middle name. Malone is my middle name, family name. Don't know where it originates from, but I don't know. She wants to kind of keep it going. I think I'm the last one with Malone because my younger brother's not. But I don't know. It's not gonna be Razor though, guys. I hate to break the news to everybody. All right, we're gonna take a quick.
I like this one real quick.
What you got?
Is Alondra the godmother?
I don't know.
I'd be a great
So
godmother.
here's what we're gonna do, guys. We're gonna take bids.
No, I'm not bidding on that.
There you go. Highest bidder.
I'm not bidding on that.
Highest bidder gets to be the godmother.
I would love to be the godmother to Razor, but I'm not bidding.
Also, it's not as fun to be a godmother to someone that's not named Razor.
Right.
So I don't know. I mean, do people still do godmothers? I mean, is that like still a thing?
Yeah.
Like, I know that I have one somewhere. I've never met them. Like, my mom's literally told me, oh, yeah, these people are your godparents. Never met them a day in my life. I don't even think they live around here anymore.
That's how my brother is. My brother doesn't really know his godfather.
I don't know. I mean, we'll probably just pick my sister and my brother-in-law because, I mean, they live right down the road from us. I mean, that's probably, I guess the logical answer to do, but I don't know. I mean, is that a thing that I didn't realize people still did that? I like it, but yeah, we'll see. We'll see who the godparent is. Alondra's not going to bid for it, so she's out of the running. Look, we got to make some. I'm trying to make money off the
They're
kid.
saying that I'm going to raise Archie. They named your baby Archie in the chat, by the way, which
Archie?
is actually a kind of cute name.
Archie's not a bad name.
Archie Razor Sharp.
Archie's not a terrible name. Who came
So they
up
said
with
that
Archie?
Daniel. So then they said that I'm going to be raising Archie and Punch.
'Kay.
I'm going to have Punch in one arm and Archie in the other.
My dad is listening. Just got a text. You don't have godparents. I think that's a Catholic thing.
It is a Catholic thing.
Okay, well, there you go.
Yeah.
I don't have godparents. I didn't think I did. I didn't know if I did or not. I thought I thought maybe a long time ago my mom said I did.
Maybe she just called them your godparents.
Maybe. I don't know. Maybe not. But nope, no godparents, and I don't know. I guess we probably won't have any either. All right, we're a little long for a break. We're going to take a timeout. When we get back on the other side, we're going to be joined by the voice of the Lady Tigers, Patrick Wright. He was a busy man over the weekend calling LSU baseball, the big-time women's basketball game. We'll have Patrick break it all down next. You're on Off the Bench.
Off the Bench.
All right, go to PelicanRoof.com, the website for Pelican Roofing in Lafayette, in Baton Rouge. They are boots on the ground in both locations, ready to help you. So if you need a roof repair, roof replacement, whatever it might be, they have got you covered, and they've got you covered with the best customer service, with the best work. That's why you go to the website, PelicanRoof.com. You see 5-star reviews all over the homepage, and that's actual customers that have worked with Pelican Roofing. So don't delay. If you need anything when it comes to your roof, go to PelicanRoof.com.
Right, Pelican Roof, PelicanRoof.com. If you are starting a project, whether it's a new build, whether it's renovation, maybe it's just a roof repair. You got a leak, you got an old roof, whatever it is. It's just that time. Make sure you give them a call. And we know it's a big decision that you're going to have to make for your family and yourself. And financially, it can make a big impact. So go let them help you with the financing. Financing options right there at their homepage. Get the entire process started at PelicanRoof.com.
Make Raising Cane's the first stop for your second line. Get extra saucy with a Cane's doubloon for just $1 that scores you extra cane sauce through April 3rd with any purchase. Let the good times roll this Mardi Gras with Raising Cane's. One love.
Parrish Construction and Roofing. Trusted by champions, built for Louisiana.
Do business with someone you know. Parrish Construction and Roofing.
Parrish Construction and Roofing. ParrishGroup.com.
Hi, I'm Mitchell Meredith with Locke Meredith Sean Fagan & Associates. We take great pride in educating our clients about their rights. Whether you're injured at work or while you drive, call our office at 272-5555. Knowledge is power, and you should know your rights after an injury.
Hi, I'm Sean Fagan of Locke Meredith Sean Fagan & Associates. When insurance companies have been unfair, we've never been afraid to go to trial. Fighting hard to protect your rights, we never settle a case out of convenience. We only settle when it's right for you. Whether you hire us at all, give us a call.
If your office is experiencing performance issues like slow networks, jammed printers, or disappearing files, Advanced Office Systems may be right for you. With powerful IT solutions, print management, document imaging, and security systems, they help offices regain confidence naturally. Side effects may include uncontrollable efficiency, smoother workflows, and a sudden burst of office joy. Say goodbye to those emotional breakdowns in the supply closet and get back on track with Advanced Office Systems.
Hi, this is Beth Serena. Welcome to my pool. The first time I saw this beautiful pool, it exceeded every expectation that I had. They were able to get everything we wanted in this pool. It is a beautiful pool. We live out here, we eat out here, we watch TV out here. This is like our living room outside. We love this pool and everything about it. When we decided to build our pool, we called a great friend who is one of the best pool builders in the country in North Louisiana, and we said, who would you choose to build a pool in Baton Rouge? And without a hesitation, he told us Russell Pools. He said their history, tradition of great builds, great pools was unmatched. So of course, who did we call? Russell Pools. The advice I would give to anyone looking to build a pool is first call Russell Pools. They'll do an incredible job. It'll be incredibly organized. It'll be time efficient. And you will have your pool in no time.
From the locker room to the airwaves, it's Off the Bench with Jacob Hester and Matt Flynn.
Welcome back in. Tuesday edition of Off the Bench. Taylor Sharp here with you. Right now, we're going to go out to the phone lines. The voice of your Lady Tigers, Patrick Wright, joins us right now. Patrick, how are you this morning?
Hey, good morning, Taylor.
Good morning, sir. You were a busy man over the weekend. I mean, all 3 LSU baseball games. You had the electric atmosphere in the PMAC that was the women's basketball game. You tired yet?
No, this is kind of you living the dream. 4 baseball games and a basketball game in 4 days. No, that's what we dream of.
Let's start with the women's basketball game. We'll get into baseball a little bit later. What was the atmosphere like on Saturday night? I mean, I was watching on TV. I mean, how does that compare? I mean, you've done this for a number of years. How does that compare among like some of the big-time women's games you've done?
Well, that and probably the game 2 years ago with South Carolina, kind of the same deal. That game was on a Thursday night, so it was during a week, but game day was here that day as well, and there was a big lead up to it. So those two are probably the two best. And with it being kind of on a weekend, it was in prime time. The fans were able to kind of have all day on a weekend to get ready for it. I thought it was even a little more than the one a couple of years ago. But those are the two best. Just because at South Carolina, it's a team we haven't beaten forever, a top 5 matchup. Our fans have had this one circled for a long time, and that made it even a little tougher to swallow when it just didn't quite go our way again against South Carolina.
Speaking of that, I saw the graphic on the broadcast, and they were like, 17 in a row for South Carolina over LSU. Patrick, I thought it was a typo. I mean, what is it about this South Carolina program? LSU just cannot get over the hump.
Well, they're that good. They're counting this year. Their last 5 years, they are 74-3 in the SEC. So it's not just an LSU thing; it's almost everybody else also. Now, when the last time we beat them was back in 2012, and that was just when they started. They hadn't started making Final Four runs yet, but they had started to get pretty good. And then our program had, we were kind of average, had a couple of rough years. Most of those 17 in a row were not very close games. A couple were close-ish, but not very close. Since Coach Mulkey's got here, it's been 6 games. 4 of them have been close. The one in the SEC tournament championship a couple years ago, and all 3 games in the PMAC that Coach Mulkey's coached against them have been close. They just make the right plays at the right time. And then, sometimes it takes a little bit of good fortune. I mean, I wouldn't bet on, Flau'jae Johnson missing a couple of free throws late. In fact, we shot, I think, 60% from the free throw, and this has been a team that was 80% in SEC play coming in. So it was, if you had to pick a way that LSU was going to lose that game, free throw shooting would have been kind of toward the bottom of the list. But, man, stuff just happens that you can't explain sometimes.
I'm glad you went there with the free throws because, when I was looking at this game going into it, I was like, I'm worried about South Carolina's size down low. LSU out rebounds them, and then like the free throws. Is that something that's a concern for you, or you just think, hey, it was a one-off, it was a bad night?
No, it's a one-off. I mean, it just, again, there's no good explanation for it. It just happens, and I think, I've seen enough of these games through however many years. It seems like it's contagious in a game. Either you're going to shoot super well, or if you start missing a couple, then it kind of goes that way also. But looking at the stat sheet, I mean, everything that worried you or concerned you going in was fine. LSU points off turnovers were pretty even. You mentioned we out-rebounded them pretty heavily. We did. Second chance points were close. Field goal percent was about even on both sides. If you take away the free throws and you look at the stat sheet, LSU is the clear winner in the game because they controlled a lot of the stats that thought they needed to control going in. Again, just one of those things you can't predict, and that's what makes it all the more frustrating. Is it's more what you did to yourself than what they did to you.
Patrick, switching from women's basketball to baseball, you had to do all the games on the diamond this week as well. What were your thoughts on this pitching staff? There was a lot of excitement. Evans, Cooper Moore, William Schmidt. What did you see from those guys?
Well, it's a deep group. Last night, some of the relievers just didn't throw enough strikes. Hit a couple batters and gave up some walks. But overall, there is so much raw talent in this group. Now, the one that clearly stood out was Cooper Moore on Saturday. The transfer from Kansas. The guy is a strike throwing machine. He threw 80% of his pitches for strikes, and he's got 6 different pitches. And I don't remember all the exact numbers, but Doug had some numbers that we read off on Sunday, the day after he pitched. He threw like 38% changeups, but he's got fastball, curveball. He's got, I think, a little splitter that he throws. He threw 6 different pitches, all of them for strikes, and now he doesn't necessarily throw the ball through the backstop. He'll go low 90s, but good proof that you don't have to have that. Now LSU's got plenty of pitchers who can do that. Schmidt again, kind of not throwing maybe enough strikes, but every pitcher in the grand total of it had a ton of strikeouts. It was 49 over the weekend, and it was about 12 or 13 last night. So about 60 strikeouts in 4 games. I mean, the stuff is there for just about everybody. It's just a matter of a few guys just throwing some more strikes and being a little more consistent.
As far as the bullpen goes, Patrick Wright joining us right now. Do you think this could be one of the deepest bullpens in college baseball?
Yeah, if you get some of the guys who are throwing strikes, but let me tell you what you got. Gavin Guidry, any guy coming off of a year and a half without pitching, you're not sure. It looks like he is back not only in his form, but I think he's better. He was commanding everything in both appearances. But then you got guys like Devin Sheeran, who just came in and struck out everybody he's faced this weekend. He faced 4 or 5 batters, struck them all out. Then you got hard throwers, guys like Gavin Fontenot. There's a lot of versatility. I don't know. Now, maybe Guidry will develop into it. I don't know if Coach Johnson is going to necessarily name a closer, but I think you got 3 or 4 guys who are capable of being somebody who could come in and give you 1 or 2 innings of wipeout pitching to close out a 1 or 2 run ball game. It's again 4 games. You got to get some performance, but on paper and then from what I saw with my eyes, there's a lot of talent out of that group. Absolutely.
Patrick, before we get you out of here, going back to LSU women's basketball here real quick, it doesn't get any easier. I mean, you got to go on the road to Ole Miss on Thursday. How does this team, how does Coach Mulkey get this team to refocus, bounce back? I mean, there was a lot of hype. The game was on ABC, and then they suffer a heartbreaking loss. How tough do you think that is to kind of, hey, let's rebound, let's put this one behind us because we got another top 25 team coming up?
Well, I'll tell you what happened 2 years ago when they beat us here. We then had to go on the road a few days later at Mississippi State and got beat that night. And it was a classic situation of it's like we lost the South Carolina game twice. Like that game got us beat again. And I think for the group that was here a couple of years ago, she will use that point and say, look, guys, we got to put this behind us. We've got to, not let that happen again, what happened 2 years ago. Ole Miss is a team, they beat us last year in the PMAC on senior day. It was a pretty close game, but they're a grinded out team. And if you don't go in there ready to play, they can absolutely can take it to you. They had a game postponed with Tennessee a couple weeks ago due to the ice storm. So Ole Miss is playing. They played Sunday at Kentucky and lost. They've got Tennessee at home tonight, and then they've got us on Thursday. So it is a rough week for them. That's something I hope we can kind of take advantage of. They'll be playing their third game in 5 days when we see them up there. But as Coach has said all year, this is a group that they don't lose confidence. They come to work every day ready to get better for the next game. So I think kind of getting that focus back. And there's 4 big games coming up. We got a lot to play for. Need to try to finish top 4 in the SEC, try to hold on to a 2 or 3 seed for the NCAA. So there's plenty to go out there and get. And I think she'll have them ready.
Patrick Wright, voice of the LSU Lady Tigers, good enough to join us today. Patrick, thank you so much for your time.
All right, Taylor, appreciate it.
All right, that was Patrick Wright. Before we take a quick break, though, let's throw it to Jake and Matt, get a little update.
All right, go to K2ZBlinds.com. KTOZBlinds.com is the website, and that is a website for K2Z Interiors and Outdoor Living since 2004. Blinds, shades, shutters, drapes, screens, exterior motorized screens, pergolas, aluminum shutters. What am I forgetting? Awnings, patio covers.
Yeah.
They've done it all over at K2Z. You'll listen to me. It's the first one I said.
Draperies?
Said that as well. Baton Rouge, Lafayette, on the North Shore. They have got you covered. Check out their service area on their website. If you're listening to us in Alexandria, chances are they're going to be able to help you out up there as well. Go to the website, KTOZBlinds.com.
K2Z Interiors and Outdoor Living. If you're looking for, some tailored window treatment, they got a solution for every single room, every single style you can imagine. They got a trusted local team with 25-plus years of experience. They got complimentary installation and award-winning craftsmanship. Go check them out, K2ZBlinds.com.
All right, we'll take a quick timeout when we get back. We'll close out hour number 2. We got one more hour left. Hour number 3, we'll have Nick Underhill of New Orleans Football, and talk a little bit more Saints as well and close it out with Ask the Bench. But coming back, we'll wrap up hour number 2 next. You're on Off the Bench.
Off the Bench.
All right, go to centralplumbing.org. Remember, not only in Central and the entire greater Baton Rouge area, they can help you out 24/7, 365 weekend, game day, holiday, emergency service at 225-925-8552. Now, it doesn't have to be an emergency. If you're looking to upgrade at your home, at your business, they can come in and they can do that as well. With a remodel, it can be just a new vanity. It can be a completely new space, new shower, new tub, new tile, new everything. They can get it all done. They can go tankless today as well with a tankless water heater. Never run out of hot water. Again, centralplumbing.org.
I want you to close your eyes for a minute and just picture this. It's Thanksgiving afternoon or maybe Thanksgiving evening. You got a whole family over. You're hosting. Everyone's having a great time. Clank, clank. The toilet doesn't work. Oh, my God. What are you going to do? Well, guess what? 24/7, 365 emergency service, even on Thanksgiving. Call 225-925-8552. Go check them out. The experts. Centralplumbing.org.
At Bayou Automotive, we believe in a sales process that puts you first. We want you to experience an easy purchase with clear pricing and great service. Let Bayou Ford and Bayou Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram be your trusted partners in finding your perfect vehicle. The crew at Bayou Automotive is going to do right by you.
Transform your living space with Lacoste & Young Remodeling and take your home from outdated to outstanding. Redefine your kitchen for the ultimate culinary experience or elevate your daily routine with a spa-worthy bathroom retreat. Our skilled team brings 3D modeling to life to ensure your vision becomes a reality. We believe luxury should be accessible and offer tailored solutions to fit your budget without compromising quality. So contact us today for a free estimate. Lacoste & Young Remodeling, providing perfect solutions for your dream home.
Looking for the ultimate game day experience? Come to the Queen Casino in Baton Rouge. Wall-to-wall TVs mean you'll see every touchdown in HD. Place your bets and feel the thrill of every play with our DraftKings Sportsbook. The Queen Casino, where every moment is a win.
Looking for cleaner energy? Propane is energy for everyone. And when you're cooking with clean, affordable propane, you're cooking with gas. In the wintertime, nothing heats a home like Louisiana propane. And when you need hot water, propane's got you covered. Oh, and you won't regret that propane generator when the power goes out. I'm Miss Louisiana, Gabrielle McLeod, and to find more information and to find a propane dealer near you, visit louisianapropane.com.
My father, J.B. Falgu, had a vision of growth for First American Bank and the communities we serve. The bank's foundation was built on his legacy of compassion, loyalty, and dedication. Through his years of leadership, First American has prospered to heights even J.B. could not have imagined. I know my father would be extremely proud of the customer service and financial stability that First American provides to Southeast Louisiana. We continue to thrive because of the legacy of J.B. Falgu.
Lock Meredith, Sean Fagan and Associates has won for our clients over $175 million over the decades, but our greatest success is our clients who have chosen and trusted us to help them. Whether you hire us at all, give us a call. You've got nothing to lose.
Hi, I'm Sean Fagan. If you get injured, you could be staring at medical bills, repair costs, and lost income. Life can be turned upside down. At Lock Meredith, Sean Fagan and Associates, we'll work to turn your world right side up. Hire us, and like thousands of our clients, you'll be glad you did.
From the locker room to the airwaves, it's Off the Bench with Jacob Hester and Matt Flynn.
I think about the Breakfast Club every time I hear this song. What a banger. Good soundtrack of that movie as well. Love that movie.
I feel like any 80s movie has a good soundtrack.
That's a good point. What's the guy, John Hughes? He does a lot of the 80s, any John Hughes movie. Okay, so we're here, Tuesday, Mardi Gras. I'm not giving anything up for Lent because I'm a weak-minded individual.
Yeah.
Alondra said she was going to give up caffeine. I got an update for you.
Maybe.
Here's some sodas with no caffeine.
Oh, okay.
Sprite, 7-Up, the Starry that used to be Sierra Mist.
All the bad ones?
Any root beer that is not Barks brand. So A&W, Muggs root beer, IBC,
Okay.
none of the, only Barks root beer has caffeine. All the other root beers are good. Canada Dry ginger, any ginger ale.
All the bad ones.
So basically any lemon lime ginger ale, but you have root beer. Also, how about Fanta Orange and Orange Crush? Didn't know that.
Okay, I'm not 12 years old anymore.
I mean, we're just throwing out options here for you. And then obviously
Don't
any
remember
of the.
the last time I had a Fanta anything.
That's a good point. That's a good point.
I don't. Or like Crush.
Orange Crush.
Yeah.
Well, those are your options. So it looks like you're going back to your childhood with Orange Crush.
Right.
Or you're going Sprite and root beer. That's kind of what you're. Root beer's not bad.
I like root beer, but obviously Barks is the best one.
And of course, it's the one with with caffeine in it. But A&W's not bad.
I truly feel like if I were, I feel like if I were to give up caffeine and go through with this, I would get sick. Like
You'd have withdrawals.
I would get sick. My eyes would start to get sunken in. I'd have dark circles under them. I would probably, I don't know. I feel like I would get, truly start going through withdrawals if I gave up caffeine.
Well, I mean, you need to learn to like Sprite, is what it seems like. That's kind of your that's kind of your option right now.
Just go with water.
I mean, yeah, water's. You know, it's funny. I feel like if I drink nothing but water tastes really good to me.
Yeah.
But if I drink like a bunch of Dr. Peppers and I go back to water, I'm like, water's crap.
I love water.
Yeah.
I like water too, as long as, I feel like just water's better for me than just water back to Dr. Pepper, because Dr. Pepper's so good that when you go back to water, it's not great. All right, here you go. You like hot apple cider?
No.
It's true. Apple cider's got a lot of cinnamon in it. She's not big on cinnamon. Here you go. Perfect. Chamomile tea.
I can do some chamomile,
There you
but
go.
that puts you to sleep.
Yeah. Well, it says any herbal tea, so I guess it doesn't have to be chamomile. Any
I mean, I
caffeine
guess
free.
I could do like decaf coffee, but there's 0 point in a decaf coffee.
Since there's a lot of hot chocolate with no caffeine in it. Okay.
Alondra, you ever had a loaded tea?
No, don't those have caffeine in them too,
An
or no?
insane amount.
Yeah, that's
It's like you're drinking
No, but
straight
people tell me
cough
about
syrup.
them.
Oh, here you go. Lemonade and smoothies.
Lemonade's good.
Lemonade is good.
There you
So
go.
smoothies, but like I do this, I drink drinks like for the caffeine.
Well, then I don't know.
I don't drink much like sodas or anything like that. At least not anymore.
All right, that's going to do it for hour 2 of the show. We got hour 3 coming up. Nick Underhill of New Orleans Football, and we'll close it out with Ask the Bench. It's coming up here on OTB.
Off the bench.
It's 2026 and you're thinking about your future. College, workforce, tech school? This could help clear it up for you. According to a 2025 Georgetown University study, ITI Technical College ranked as the #1 college in all of Louisiana for return on investment. So the better return on your dollar for your education begins here. Call us or visit us online to start your new career or to get the life that you've always wanted for your family. ITI Technical College. We're in the better life business.
Jordan Faber here with some exciting news. Faber Automotive has officially arrived. We're proud to introduce your new hometown dealership, Faber Chevrolet GMC. That means more inventory, better deals, and the same great local team. Now backed by the trusted Faber family name. Whether you're shopping or servicing, you'll feel the difference from day one. Allow us the opportunity to earn your business.
Fabry Chevrolet GMC. Visit us in St. Francisville or online at FabryChevrolet.com.
When it comes to industrial construction, River Parish Contractors can do it all. Mechanical, structural, custom fabrication, specialized welding, and turnaround services. Strategically located in between Baton Rouge and New Orleans, we have the local team with the experience and commitment to safety to manage the most complex industrial projects. Period. Here's the deal. Partnering with us means your project is delivered on time, on budget, and most important, safely. River Parish Contractors, let's get building.
I'm Lawyer Locke Meredith. We are honored and humbled to receive from our clients in Google, based on 5-star client reviews, the designation of our law firm is highly recommended. Whether you hire us at all, please give us a call, 272-5555. You have nothing to lose.
Hi, I'm Mitchell Meredith. Injuries happen when you least expect them to, making your life more complicated. At Locke Meredith Sean Fagan and Associates, we know this and we strive to help each of our clients during these times. Whether you hire us at all, give us a call at 272-5555.
ED, low T, or simply seeking to optimize your health and performance? Goodwood Men's Sexual Wellness offers a range of discreet services to address your specific needs. We empower men to reclaim their health and confidence. Visit yourgoodwood.com.
the Bench with Jacob Hester and Matt Flynn.
Hands to Hester, and Hester, yep, got it, 5 out of 5.
From carrying each other to a natty to carrying each other on the air.
Flynn is back to throw from the end zone. Boom!
Live from the Raising Cane studio. It's Off the Bench.
All right, welcome back in. Hour number 3, a Tuesday edition here on Off the Bench. Taylor Sharp, Alondra Villarreal, Braxton Rizzuto. We've been trying to find caffeine-free drinks for Alondra to drink, and we haven't found any winners so far, but put them in the chat if you know us. Apparently that's what she's going to give up for Lent. I don't participate in Lent. One, I'm not Catholic. Even if I was, though, I don't think I'd be able to survive. So, look, I'm a man that knows my limitations. Let's go to the phone lines right now. Our guy Nick Underhill of New Orleans Football joins us right now. Nick, how are you this morning?
Doing great. How you doing?
Doing good. Nick, you taking in any Mardi Gras out there in the city today? What you got?
Yeah, I live like 2 blocks off St. Charles, so it's kind of not optional. Like you're in it even if you don't want to be in it. Like they're bringing it to your house. But yeah, we're out there, man. We're out there. We're having a good time. It's great to see the city. The weather's been great this year. It's been a great time.
Did you see Lane Kiffin on Endymion Saturday?
I did, yeah, and like everything's running on time this year too. On top of that, so like that's a major win. Like normally these things are like 2.5 hours behind when they're supposed to start. Like it seems like everything's running on time. The cleanup's been crazy good. So like New Orleans is on top of things this year. But as far as Lane goes, yeah, and then I've seen the video of like everybody coming up to them to take pictures. I don't know that I've ever seen someone regret a decision in real time the same way that it was like in that video. But I mean, I think it's awesome he's out there. And look, I feel like the way he handled, I don't know if you saw the float where they were kind of, clowning him a little bit, clowning Dale Benson a little bit. Like him treating it as a joke just kind of shows that he kind of, gets it. And even if he doesn't, he's smart enough to pretend like it doesn't bother him. So it just seems like Lane's kind of hitting the right notes right now too. So, that's a big part of being here. Like when people talk about fit and all that stuff, like, these are kind of the little things beyond like just the coaching and winning that you kind of got to just be cool with and roll with. And him getting that early on, even again, like if he's just is smart enough to know that that's the right PR play, that's good. Because I don't feel like Brian Kelly got that right away at all. He tried and it just came off as fake. Like Lane's kind of, he's hitting the right moves. Like Tyler Shuck, we've seen him hit all the right moves over and over and over. Like that stuff ends up mattering in the end. Like, I'm on a rant here about Mardi Gras and how it relates to everything, but like I feel like how like Zion Williamson is someone who never really has felt like our guy. Like he's never been out there. He's never been. You don't see him at parades. You don't see him wearing like a Saints jersey anywhere. Like just those little things when people want to start calling you fat and it's a guy from Chicago. Like that'll get Louisiana behind you and rallying for you. But when you're not that guy, like they aren't going to show up for you the same way. So like. Those little things matter, man. Like you can just show up and try to be part of the community, and you're gonna have built-in loyalty forever. So I think Lane is smart to recognize that right away.
All right, Nick, sticking with New Orleans. Obviously, New Orleans Saints got a draft coming up here in April, and the name Jeremiah Love, I keep seeing it pop up, and I keep seeing people get into heated debates over this name. Some people love it, some people hate it. In your opinion, how serious of an option is that for the Saints in round 1?
Yeah, I think it's a real option. I'm running to my computer right now to get you some spreadsheets because I got some numbers that I want to rattle off here. But I think it's a real option. I think he's in this draft, in this class with that player. Like I think the thing that people do that drives me crazy when they have these conversations is that they never kind of equate it with what's actually happening. They just have these hard and fast rules. Like, well, I would never take a running back in the top 10. Well, cool. Like I generally agree with that too. But in a draft where there's really no quarterbacks besides the one. The offensive tackles aren't that great. The best pass rusher has Will Campbell's arms. Like, you aren't going to have, like, necessarily a ton of guys pushing other people down. So this is a weak top 10 draft. So I think you kind of gotta take that into consideration. And then when you look at Jeremiah Love, I think he's just hold on, I'm looking this up real quick. But I think when you talk about Jeremiah Love, like he's a special player. Like his numbers, like you start doing these comparisons to Saquon, to Gibbs, to Bijan, to everybody else. That you look at, like the numbers are just stacking up incredibly in his favor, and you start breaking it down by run type versus top 25 opponents. All these things, like his numbers stand well above everybody else. He averages 8 yards a carry on outside zone runs. Like those are numbers that translate to the NFL. Like you're just hitting the crease and you're going. And obviously, the competition level is a little bit different, but I don't think that you can. I don't think that you can just dismiss him in that role. Like I think he's a special player. And again, like if you're telling me that you can get a pass rusher and the positional value is better there and he's graded equally to Jeremiah Love, I'm taking that every single time. But if you're telling me that it's a little bit different, I'm looking at the running back and I got to look at the special player and like he does everything. Like, all right, I got it right here. Like Jeremiah Love, his explosive run rate was 17%. Bijan Robinson's was 16%. Ashton Genty's was 16%. Barkley was 16%. Gibbs was 16%. So you're ahead of all these guys there. Yards before contact versus after contact. Saquon was tops at 2 before contact. Love is second at 2.05. After contact, Love is at 4.3. That's the best among that whole group. Inside zone runs, he's the best one on those, 6.97 yards per carry out of the whole group. Talking about Jeremiah Love, Genty, Bijan, Jahmyr Gibbs, and Saquon Barkley. Outside zone runs, he's top of that list too. Power runs, he's third on the list. The counter runs, he's third on the list again. Like you just go down and you can go through all these, and he's better than people that are, the top 12 picks in the NFL draft, and the numbers just stack up so favorably on all of them. And then, I think the most impressive thing about him is that against loaded boxes, he averaged almost 6 yards a carry. Like these numbers are insane, and like nobody else in this group compares to a lot of them. I think he's genuinely special. And as you go through this, I'm going to write something on our site. Like, as you go through this, like, you can start to see where the Genty case deteriorates as you get, like, more on, like, a molecular level of breaking this down. And you see where Love kind of – so I think he's different. I wouldn't have a problem picking him there.
I hear a lot of people say, like, the pushback of drafting a Jeremiah Love that high is, yeah, we like the player if he's the final piece for the Saints. And then they go on to say, you need this, this, and this. Like, in your opinion, not just Jeremiah Love, like running back in general, for you, how high up is that on the priority list?
I think it's high up on the priority list. And yeah, look, I think you do got to have all that. Like all those things are true. But like if you're telling me that you can't go into free agency and say, hey, look, like we want to add 2 interior offensive linemen, spend a lot of money on them so that we can go draft Jeremiah Love, I don't think it's that hard to do. I don't understand why it's always talked about in a way where it's like mission impossible to do it. You just got to have the full scale plan. But like, I think this is always a little bit disingenuous too, because anything you're drafting, if you aren't building the right structure on them, you're wasting that player. Like Myles Garrett's being wasted in Cleveland, right? Like, but nobody's like, don't draft a pass rusher because he doesn't change your fortunes immediately. You obviously always have to build a good team. Now, like, yeah, the difference here is that the positional value is lower. Like the argument for it, and I think it's especially true, like when you're in a different cap situation too, like positional value matters a ton in that instance, because like if you're the Saints in 2019, let's use 2018. It's a real example. Like if you're the Saints in 2018, you're up against the cap, you don't have the money to go out to really sign a difference maker, a pass rusher. You got to kind of try to do something to get Marcus Davenport because it's going to change your fortunes and you have no other way to acquire that player and you don't have the cap space to go out and get it. So you got to try to do these things so they become a greater consideration. But if you're the Saints and you have a rookie quarterback and your cap, you got the dead money this year, you're a little iffy on the cap this year, but if you actually know how the cap works, like they're in the clear next year, nobody's going to be able to say they aren't in the clear because the numbers are going to be incredibly obvious. Like, I think you have a little bit more wiggle room because you have 5 years from now, really, until that first bloated cap number hits on Chuck if you sign him to an extension because of the way you can structure that contract. So, like, the idea to me that like positional value should drive conversation here, no. Like, I think the Saints are in a situation where just the quality of the player should be at the forefront of it because you have the financial wiggle room over the next 5 years to kind of construct it however you want. So, I just think there's a lot that goes into it, and I think every situation is unique. Again, like if you're telling me Ruben Bain Jr. is graded exactly the same as Jeremiah Love, I'm taking Ruben Bain. But if you're telling me that Jeremiah Love is higher and Bain's below, I'm literally drafting BPA because I just don't think I think when you're in a rebuild and you have cap space, which the Saints are going to have, like just getting the best players on your team is the thing that's going to get you to the next level. It's not going to be, well, we got good value on a pass rusher and good value on a running back. Like, no, go buy the pass rusher if you think he's better and draft the running back if you think he's better. And who cares? Like, you got 5 years to kind of get everything into place and be ready. But like right now, you just need to be building a team to take advantage of this rookie quarterback. And the best way to do that is just to build the best team.
Nick Underhill of New Orleans Football, our guest right now. Nick, if they do in fact go Jeremiah Love round 1, how do you think the rest of the draft falls for the Saints? I mean, everyone wants to talk receiver. They want to talk pass rusher. Like, where do you think it falls after Jeremiah Love if they do go that way?
I think it's a good draft, like for those two too, like those two positions specifically. Like I think it's kind of deep on pass rushers. Like I think second, third round, like the Illinois guy will probably be there. There's a Tennessee pass rusher that'll probably be there. Both those guys are pretty good. The guy from Illinois, I think had like 11.5 sacks last year, or 11 sacks. Like, and he's probably around there. Got to show you can do a little bit more in the run game, but. Like I think you can hit on wide receiver and edge rusher in rounds 2 and 3 and get guys that can help. And also like probably near the end of the first round, like if you really wanted to get a difference maker, like the other Miami pass rusher is probably going to be available, Messidor, like probably in the 20s, like as things look right now. I won't be surprised if he actually gets moved up a little bit as this process goes along, but. Like there's guys there that I think you can go get. Like Chris Bell, a wide receiver coming off the ACL, like he could dip a little bit, and he already has built-in chemistry with Shuck. Obviously, they were both at Louisville in 2024. I think he averaged like almost 8 yards after the catch per reception. Like that's something they badly need in this offense. Like Surratt from Indiana is going to be there. There's a ton of guys that I think you can get at either one of those positions that can probably help. Obviously. Jordan Tyson and Mekhi Lemon and Carnell Tate are like way better than the rest of the group, and they're going to probably be top 10, top 12 picks. But, I think if you wait a little bit, you can get a difference maker at some of those spots. So however you kind of want to do it, I think the Saints sit in a really good spot. Like I think they can get somebody at 8 to help their offense. Look, if Alontae Taylor goes, like, and you told me they took Delane, like I wouldn't hate that pick at all. Like I think that would be a good pick too. Caleb Downs would be a good pick there. David Bailey, Ruben Bain, like there's a lot of stuff they can do. But yeah, if they go running back at 8, I still think they can check off those other things. Probably grab a guard in round 4. Like there's just so many needs here that if you just start drafting the best players at every spot, the guys that you think are actually the best players instead of chasing, we got to get this, we got to get this. I don't think they can screw up. Like, I think your odds of hitting on your picks, like, go way up if you aren't chasing that stuff. Like, every single time we talk about one of these guys and it's like, this pick didn't work. Trevor Penning, they felt like they had to go get a tackle. The Fuaga's been a little bit iffy with the health and, everything overall. I still am very high on his potential, but, like, they backed themselves into a corner where it was like they have to take a tackle, whether it's the third best one available or the fourth best one available. Like, Andrus Peat kind of fell into that bucket a little bit. Like every single time, Sheldon Rankins, it was like they got to get the interior pass rusher. They got to. Every single time, like they chase that. Like that's where the mistakes end up getting made. So if they really do BPA, like I feel like they're in a way better situation.
Nick, you got a couple of big-time veterans on this team who's the Saints have to make a decision on their future. And, of course, I'm talking Cam Jordan and Demario Davis. Where do you think things stand with them? I mean, I imagine the Saints and Saints fans would love to have both of them back, but where do things kind of stand right now?
If I had to make a prediction today, I would predict Cam back, Demario leaves. And I think they want both of them back. I just think they want both of them back at a specific price. And, I think Demario is somebody who is incredibly intentional with his words and what he says, like his post-game press conferences or pre-planned sermons a lot of times. Like, he'll come in with his talking points for his weekly media session that he's, saying for he wants fans to hear it, but it's intended for everybody in the building to hear it. And you can just tell he prepares and he thinks about everything and he's thoughtful. So when he's out there talking about, the business needs to align and, he's looking at his options and his doors open, I take him at his word. I don't think he just says those things. And every other time his contract is expiring, like, there wasn't that stuff. He wasn't going on, Hey Adam's show and doing these press tours. And, I think it's all very intentional. I don't think the door's closed on him coming back. I think he'd be open to coming back. But I do think that, he's looking for just that right combination of situation, playing time, coach, money, opportunity. And I also think, he's very aware that he's, in the backside of his 30s, he's stacked up a lot of accolades, and he's probably right on that cusp of getting into the Hall of Fame, and another All-Pro would probably do it. And, if you're playing for, the Rams, like if you're playing for the Rams and you're on Monday Night Football, Sunday Night Football, you're in the playoffs, Chris Collinsworth saying your name every night when everybody, all the voters are watching and you're making plays and they're highlighting you. I think the odds of getting those accolades goes up a little bit. And, I think that's probably where he's at. I think he's at that legacy point, and the Saints are on the up and up. And look, going back to him being intentional, like him constantly talking about how it was the happiest he's been playing football in a long time. Like, I think that means a lot too. I think he really enjoyed playing for Brandon Staley. And I think things with the previous regime kind of, started to wear out, and it took the joy out of the game a little bit. So I think, him feeling that, like, probably adds to his ability to chase that longevity. So I think there's a lot of things about here that he likes, but I also think that he's definitely open to the opportunity elsewhere. And I just think he's too good of a player, and I think he's someone that could definitely help a contender get over the hump. So I just respect his game too much to assume that good offer isn't going to come. So my guess would be that he goes, but, I think the door's definitely open both ways.
Nick Underhill of New Orleans Football. Nick, thanks so much for hopping on with me today.
Yeah, no problem, man.
All right, that was Nick Underhill talking all things New Orleans Saints. We're going to take a quick time out when we get back. LSU looked like they were going to lose a staffer to the NFL. Now they have announced his return to LSU. We'll talk a little bit about that next. You're on Off the Bench.
Off the Bench.
All right, banking should feel personal because, well, it is. At First American Bank and Trust, you're not just an account number. You are a neighbor with locations across Louisiana. They deliver personal service backed by the strength and technology you expect from a modern bank. So whether you're opening a checking account, growing your business, financing a home, or planning for the future, their team takes the time to understand your goals and build a plan that works for you. It's local decision-making, trusted relationships, real service. That is the difference. You can visit them online at fabt.com today to learn more. First American Bank and Trust, banking built around you.
That's right. For more than 100 years, they've helped Louisiana families purchase their first home, build businesses, grow their businesses, plan for the future, and it's all done with local bankers who live and work right here in our community. So know your banker, get straight answers, work with people that actually care about your success. And when you call, no phone trees, no out-of-state decisions being made on a loan, just honest banking that's built on trust. First American Bank and Trust, FABT.com.
I'm Lawyer Locke Meredith. If you're battling an insurance company because of a wreck not your fault and they're not calling you back or being fair, whether you hire us at all, give us a call, 272-5555, or email Locke Meredith, Sean Fagan and Associates. You have nothing to lose.
Hello, I'm Collins Meredith. If you've been injured on the job, you likely have a workers' compensation claim, but you may also have a tort claim, which opens up significant recovery rights not normally available for a work injury. If this is you, call us or come see us at Locke Meredith, Sean Fagan and Associates.
Who bears the standard? Who sets the bar? It's not those satisfied by low-hanging fruit or by taking it easy. No, the standard is set by the best of us, by those who work hard. Dig deeper. Give more. At Sunshine, we're proud to provide John Deere products that work hard for you, the standard bearers. Find the dealer nearest you at sunequip.com.
The experts at Hood Dental Care want you smiling bigger and healthier than ever. New patients can get a healthy gums cleaning for just $89, plus a free exam and full mouth x-rays. A $376 value. With over 3,000 five-star Google reviews, 5 local locations, and easy online scheduling with same-day care, Hood Dental makes it simple to get started. And we always have other great giveaways for new patients. Check out hooddentalcare.com and schedule your appointment today.
We typically think of stress as being bad for us. At Our Lady of the Lake and LSU, we are researching how certain types of stress, such as exercise, can be good for our immune health. By studying people under extreme stress, such as athletes, astronauts, service members, and first responders, we're learning how to improve the immune health of everyone. That's the power of research. That's the impact of champions. Together, we roar.
I'm Gabrielle McLeod on behalf of the Louisiana Propane Dealers. I have spent hundreds of hours preparing for scholarship competitions. That preparation paid off when I won the Fitness and Talent Awards along with the title of Miss Louisiana. The Louisiana Propane Dealers are also pretty talented and want you to be prepared for when the power goes out. Visit LouisianaPropane.com to find out about propane generators and other safety tips. Louisiana Propane, it truly is the fuel for our future.
When it comes to industrial construction, River Parish Contractors can do it all. Mechanical, structural, custom fabrication, specialized welding, and turnaround services. Strategically located in between Baton Rouge and New Orleans, we have the local team with the experience and commitment to safety to manage the most complex industrial projects. Period. Here's the deal. Partnering with us means your project is delivered on time, on budget, and most important, safely.
Tigers turn talkers. This is Off the Bench.
All right, we are so fired up to be back with RejuveMe and RejuveMeMedical.com. Several locations across
more than
Louisiana.
several. Are you kidding me?
Baton Rouge, right there on Bluebonnet and Jefferson. You've got also the Bluebonnet in Highland. You've got Prairieville, Metairie, Slidell, Covington, Houma, Shreveport, Monroe, Lake Charles, Lafayette. Also, you got some locations there in Mississippi, and they have been the leader in HRT, right? Hormone replacement therapy, helping you regain that energy, that boost that you once had, getting back to feeling like your normal self. Go see them today at RejuveMeMedical.com.
That's right. Yeah, kind of like Groovy's maybe kind of a little wiry. If you're not feeling fiery anymore as a man, you get a little bit older, you got that hormones, they start getting out of whack a little bit. Well, go there, get a medical, get a panel, get a blood panel just to see. Go see what's happening. If there's something, maybe it's not, but if there is, they are the leader in Louisiana for over 10 years at hormone replacement therapy. Go check them out. RejuveMeMedical.com.
All right, welcome back in. Tuesday edition of Off the Bench. Taylor Sharp here with you. Alondra Villarreal, Braxton Rizzuto here as well. Well, guys, Lane Kiffin wins again because it was reported on Friday. Reports had surfaced that safeties coach Jake Olson would leave LSU to become the safeties coach with the Washington Commanders. Well, yesterday afternoon, Pete Nakos of On3 reported that Olson will remain with the Tigers on the coaching staff. Again, it's just another win for Lane Kiffin. I mean, think about it. Shortly after Kiffin got this job, I mean, it was just a few days before that early signing period. And remember, all the talk was Lamar Brown, Richard Anderson. Are they going to sign in the early signing period or are they going to wait? The reason they were considering waiting was because the status of Blake Baker was up in the air. He had interviewed for the Tulane head coaching job. Everyone here really expected Blake Baker to take that job. Well, at the last second, Lane Kiffin convinced him one way or the other to stay here in Baton Rouge. So Blake Baker back as LSU defensive coordinator. That means that Corey Raymond stays. That means that Jake Olson, who came with Blake Baker from Missouri, is over here. I mean, basically your entire defensive staff stayed outside of your D-line coach because Blake Baker did not take that Tulane job. And it goes far beyond the coaching staff. Lane Kiffin said at his press conference a few weeks ago, recapping the entire signing class, whether it was the transfer portal, the high school players, back in, about 3 weeks ago, that he was asked the question, why did you feel the need to follow Sam Levitt to Knoxville and talk to him one more time? And then Kiffin was very blunt. He said, I really thought I should have sealed the deal and not let him leave Baton Rouge without committing. I wasn't able to do that, and I realized my mistake, so I flew out to Knoxville to talk to him. Kiffin said, I don't like being told no. When someone tells me no, it only makes me want to keep going even more. So he did that with Sam Levitt. He went up to Knoxville, he talked to him, boom, Sam Levitt's an LSU Tiger. He did it with Blake Baker. He talked to Baker. Baker pulled his name out of contention for the Tulane job. And he convinced the other two quarterbacks after Sam Levitt signed. Like, you got Landon Clark and Sam Levitt pretty much back-to-back. Clark was actually first, but it was within about a 24-hour window of each other. And then you still convinced Husan Longstreet from USC to come over. There's a lot of schools Husan Longstreet could have went to that had a much easier path, a much less competitive path to the field, to that starting job. But Lane Kiffin has a way of convincing people, hey, buy into my vision. There's a chance we do special things here. And Jake Olson's just the latest. Pulls his name out of contention to be the safeties coach with the Washington Commanders. We saw this with Charlie Weiss Jr. Remember, Charlie Weiss Jr. was going back and forth between Ole Miss and LSU due to the playoff run. And Tiger fans were like, okay, well, when he's, done with the Ole Miss run, he'll come over here. Then multiple NFL teams, he was linked to them for the offensive coordinator position. A lot of people thought he was going to take that Pittsburgh Steelers offensive coordinator position. And what does Charlie Weiss Jr. do? He ultimately pulls his name out and wants to stay here at LSU. To me, that shows the buy-in of everyone involved. You got Baker to stay. Baker turned down a head coaching job. Charlie Weiss Jr. turned down the same position, but in the NFL. Most people would consider that a step up. Jake Olson turned down the same position, but in the NFL. All of them to come back and work under Lane Kiffin because they all going in the same direction. They all believe in this goal. You got Sam Levitt to leave and come back to LSU after you let him leave this building without committing. You landed not one, not two, but three quarterbacks who probably could have went to other programs and started, but they have that much belief in Lane Kiffin and what he's building here in Baton Rouge and this system he is putting in place to take a chance and say, hey, I'll push that down the road a little bit. I'll kick that can down the road. I'm going to come in here and I'm going to see what we got here in Baton Rouge. And I think that's huge. Like, safeties coach and no safeties coach. Like, some schools don't even have a safeties coach. Some schools will just do the DB coach. Like, Corey Raymond did that here for a while. Corey Raymond was not always just corners coach. He was the DB coach. So you could say, okay, well, you didn't lose the safety coach. Great. It's always nice to have him back. You could replace him. Or even if you don't, Raymond could just be the DB coach. But it's bigger than that. You've convinced multiple people. Like, Caden Durham pulled his name out of the portal. Harlem Berry announced he was coming back to school. That's when losing your running backs coach Frank Wilson to an SEC rival in Ole Miss. Both of those guys decided to stay here at LSU. I mean, there were multiple guys that put their names in the portal and came right back out. I mean, I think, like, to me, Kyle Parker was a big loss in the portal. That one hurt. And Akarius Kern. You would have liked to have kept both of them. Outside of those guys, you didn't lose any of your big-time players in the transfer portal. And the ones that did enter came back. I mean, Trey'Dez Green was one of the first people to announce he was coming back. DJ Pickett coming back. Like, you had the cornerstone. You had the big-name pieces of this program all buy into Lane Kiffin, and now the coaches are doing it as well. Whether it's Blake Baker, whether it's Charlie Weiss Jr., whether it's Jake Olson. All of these guys have such a big buy-in because they believe in what Lane Kiffin is doing here in Baton Rouge. You love to see it. And as an LSU fan, you got to be excited because the guys in that building, again, the returning players, whether it's a Levitt or a Landon Clark or Husan Longstreet, or now multiple coaches on this staff turning down positions at other spots. And for like Blake Baker, that's a step up. Charlie Weiss Jr., like, you had a chance to be an NFL offensive coordinator. Same with Jake Olson. That's an NFL job. A lot of people would love to have those jobs. All of them decided to return to LSU for one reason or another, and I think it all boils down to Lane Kiffin and what he's building here in Baton Rouge. All right, we'll take a timeout. We get back. We just got a few more segments left on this Tuesday. We'll talk a little Saints. We got a new team joining the Mountain West. It's a big-time name that you're probably pretty familiar with if you follow college football, and then we'll close it out with Ask the Bench. That's all coming up next here on OTB.
Off the bench.
All right, go to gcopnet.com. That is the website for Gulf Coast Office Products. And look, we tell you all the time, it is one of those situations where if you need a document, you can't really wait. It's not like, oh, we'll get somebody in here to fix it. No, you got to have it done right then and there. And so that's what GCOP does for you every single time, because they have the fastest service response times in the region, top of the line, Canon copiers and printers, and a local team that actually picks up the phone when you call them. From small businesses to major enterprises, GCOP builds custom solutions that save you time, money, and headaches. So stop fighting with your office equipment and let the pros handle it. And that is always going to be Gulf Coast Office Products. That's why LSU, the Saints, the Pelicans, the Raging Cajuns all trust GCOP. They are truly the best in the business. Find all that information on their website at gcopnet.com.
These ice cubes could have been a thankless bed for an all-you-can-eat salad bar. But instead, they cradle and cool the crisp, refreshing Dos Equis. Nicely done, ice cubes.
Make Raising Cane's the first stop for your second line. Get extra saucy with a Cane's doubloon for just $1 that scores you extra cane sauce through April 3rd with any purchase. Let the good times roll this Mardi Gras with Raising Cane's. One love.
I'm lawyer Collins Locke Meredith. Among the most important factors to consider when you're hiring an injury attorney is trust. You trust your attorney will put your interest first, treat you with respect, fairness, and honesty. You trust them to be there for you when you need them. At Locke Meredith, Sean Fagan and Associates, thousands of clients have trusted us to represent them, and for good reasons. Please visit us at LockeMeredith.com to learn more, and whether you hire us at all, give us a call at 272-5555. You have nothing to lose.
Today, we are shaping tomorrow.
We are researching how extreme stress impacts the immune system, from trauma victims to athletes and even astronauts.
Our work is leading the way in sepsis treatment, saving countless lives.
We're unlocking the mind with music in exciting new ways.
Our Lady of the Lake Health and LSU are improving the health of our state.
That's the impact of champions.
Imagine the impact we'll have on the future. Together, we roar.
Looking for cleaner energy? Propane is energy for everyone. And when you're cooking with clean, affordable propane, you're cooking with gas. In the wintertime, nothing heats a home like Louisiana propane. And when you need hot water, propane's got you covered. Oh, and you won't regret that propane generator when the power goes out. I'm Miss Louisiana, Gabrielle McLeod, and to find more information and to find a propane dealer near you, visit louisianapropane.com.
My father, J.B. Falgu, had a vision of growth for First American Bank and the communities we serve. The bank's foundation was built on his legacy of compassion, loyalty, and dedication. Through his years of leadership, First American has prospered to heights even J.B. could not have imagined. I know my father would be extremely proud of the customer service and financial stability that First American provides to Southeast Louisiana. We continue to thrive because of the legacy of J.B. Falgu.
After a decade of working in private duty nursing, I know how hard it can be to find compassionate care for the ones that you love the most. So I started Decision Critical, a premier concierge nursing agency, so we can take care of you wherever you are. Our highly skilled nurses provide exceptional care from the comfort of your own home, with personalized packages for short-term, long-term, or even around-the-clock.
2007 champs, purple and gold to the core. This is Off the Bench with Hester and Flynn, Baton Rouge's go-to for all things Louisiana sports.
If you need
Well, speaking of diving in, would
Head
you like
first.
to dive into a Russell pool? Because when you see what they can do for you, you'll be blown away. I mean, they're going to make the pool of your dreams. In fact, that's their tagline because they know it is factual. Let's build your dream pool. And what better time to get that process started than right now, because you are going to enjoy it year long. This is Louisiana. It is always pool season here in Louisiana, but this is truly a one-stop shop. We're talking about construction, maintenance, retail, all of that you handle with one company. That company is Russell Pool Company, and you can trust them. We trust them. Everybody they build pools for trust them. LSU, the Tigers trust them as well.
Yeah, let them build your dream pool. They can do everything from design to landscape architect to financing options. They can do it all. When you think of quality pools, you think of Russell Pools. RussellPools.com.
Welcome back in Tuesday edition of OTB. We got about 2 more segments left. Alondra, bangers today. It reminds me of like all these different 80s movie soundtracks. It's incredible.
It is 80s Tuesday.
You know what I was listening to the other day?
What?
Of all bands? ABBA.
I mean, they're like having a resurgence right
Are
now.
they really? See, I didn't even know that.
I don't know. I went to Chelsea's one
Yeah,
day,
right down
like
the
just
road.
randomly, and I didn't know that it was like a themed night or anything like that. And it was like they were playing ABBA. Basically, I think it was like a disco or a 70s night or something. And they were playing ABBA, and like all the kids knew all the words to it. And I was like, where are y'all getting this from?
Right. Like, that doesn't seem like a band that gets talked about a lot.
I guess Mamma Mia.
So when I was younger, we went and saw Mamma Mia. And then, like, you know, it was like, okay, whatever. And looking back on it, I'm like, they had one band have an entire movie just based off of their songs.
Yeah.
Like, that's pretty, because it wasn't a biopic. Like,
No,
it's not,
it's based off ABBA.
it's just, I mean, that's pretty cool. Like,
Yeah,
the other
it's a
great
great movie.
I was washing dishes and Victoria wasn't home. So I was like, I'm going to put my headphones on, had some ABBA come up. I listened to ABBA for like an hour. I mean, you want to talk about some good songs there with ABBA. And like, what I like about them is like every song's different, but they also have their own unique sound at the same time. A great group. And listen to some more ABBA. Okay, right now, I wanted to bring this up for a little bit. Just hit on this for just a few minutes here. North Dakota State football is going to join the Mountain West. Now, this is football only. Pretty much immediately. It's going to take into effect July 2026, so they will be in the Mountain West for the foreseeable future in football only. And you know, a lot of people look at this and be like, "Oh yeah, okay, it's an FCS school moving up a level of competition." We've seen it before. Like we've seen it the other way too. Idaho, the Vandals, you know, they couldn't quite compete on the FBS level. They moved down a level. They're kind of an FCS power right now. So, I mean, we've seen it the other way. But, I mean, a lot in recent memory. James Madison's done this. Coastal Carolina did this. Missouri State, Delaware State. Like, there's been some teams. Sacramento State is in the process of doing that as well. But North Dakota State moving up to me is interesting. Like, every time I look at North Dakota State on someone's schedule, on like a big-name program schedule, I'm like, why are you scheduling North Dakota State? Because they're an absolute wagon. Like, don't schedule North Dakota State. North Dakota State has 10 Division I national championships between 2011 and 2025. I mean, that's a 14-year period. They had 8 titles in a 9-year period from 2011 to 2019, and then they had another in 2021, another in 2024. This is not your run-of-the-mill program like, oh, you know, this is cute. They're going to try to move up a level of competition. The Mountain West better watch out. I mean, because they've had sustained success for a number of years. A number of their coaches have gotten bigger jobs. And they've still done this. They went through a turnstile of coaches. Think about all the quarterbacks that have come through there. Carson Wentz was the number 2 pick out of North Dakota State. And before he messed up his knee in Philadelphia, he probably would have been the MVP of the NFL that year. Now, he never quite rebounded properly from that injury. But, I mean, look, Carson Wentz has had a solid NFL career, and he was a really good NFL starter for a number of years. He comes out of North Dakota State. Trey Lance. I mean, his NFL career hasn't worked out like a lot of people thought it would, but he was the number 3 pick. Yeah, he's bounced around team to team, but, I mean, 49ers sold the farm to get Trey Lance. We always talk about it saying, hey, they're lucky they hit on Brock Purdy in the 7th round because they gave up a lot to move up to number 3, and it was specifically to take Trey Lance. Christian Watson with the Packers. He was a 2nd-round pick. He's a really good NFL receiver. He's had some injury issues, but when he's out there, he's as good as anybody on the field. This is a program that you got to watch out for. I mean, this is not your run-of-the-mill, let me see if we can make something happen here and try to move up. They're going to be a problem for the Mountain West, I think, for a while. I mean, just this year at the Senior Bowl, Jake and Matt interviewed Cole Payton. He's one of the good performers at quarterback. He's a North Dakota State guy. The Tampa Bay Buccaneers have Cody Mauch starting on their offensive line, North Dakota State guy. I mean, this is a school that time and time again just continues to churn out NFL talent. And, I heard a lot of people when Idaho moved down from FBS to FCS a few years back, everybody said, this is going to be good for them. They can't compete in the FBS. They're going to be a lot stronger of a program. I get it. I think this is a great move for North Dakota State. I mean, they're going to get extra money out of this deal. I mean, it's not a Power 4 conference, but I mean, the Mountain West has been around for a long time. There's some good programs in the Mountain West. And I think North Dakota State's going to come in right away and compete. This is a team to look out for. Like, again, Sacramento State's in the process of doing this as well, moving up. And they're going to try to move up in football first, but they hope to have multiple sports move up. North Dakota State, they're ready to go right now. I mean, up in Fargo, they love this team. You ever seen a game inside the Fargo Dome on TV? I've obviously never been in person, but that place is rocking. That's one of the toughest places to play. I mean, I remember when I was at Southeastern, they had a really good year one season. They make it to the postseason. Everybody's like, okay, all roads lead to the Fargo Dome. Get ready. If you want to make the national championship, you got to go through the Fargo Dome. And they've been the gold standard on that level of ball for quite some time. No, I mean, schools have caught up to them, like Montana State, Indiana, Illinois State. Like, teams have caught up to them, but I think this is a huge move for the Mountain West because despite the fact that they're FCS, that's a huge brand that everybody knows about. You have a lot of big-time NFL players that have went through that school. I think that is a big-time move for the Mountain West. We'll see how they compete, how long it takes them to adjust. Again, I kind of think it's going to happen right away, but, I mean, I am really excited to see what North Dakota State can do in the Mountain West. Remember, they played Colorado opening game of the year 2 years ago, and, I mean, there were people picking North Dakota State to win that game, and they almost did and probably should have. Colorado came back. They won that game. I think it was about a 4 or 5 point win, kind of a come-from-behind win in overtime, but North Dakota State had them on the ropes. They've beaten a number of big-time programs. This is a big-time get for the Mountain West, and I think North Dakota State is a team to keep an eye on coming up here in the near future. All right, we'll take a timeout. We'll close this thing out like we do every day. Get your questions in the chat. We got Ask the Bench coming up next here on OTB.
Off the bench.
GEAUXTommies.com. Go.
At Auctioner, we know healing is a team sport. That's why we've partnered with world-renowned orthopedic surgeon Dr. James Andrews to create the Auctioner Andrews Orthopedics and Sports Medicine Institute. Whether you're a professional athlete or a weekend warrior, our team of specialists are dedicated to getting you back in the game. So whatever your reasons are for reaching your personal best, we've only got one. You. Auctioner Andrews Institute. Long live you.
Jordan Faber here with some exciting news. Faber Automotive has officially arrived. We're proud to introduce your new hometown dealership, Faber Chevrolet GMC. That means more inventory, better deals, and the same great local team. Now backed by the trusted Faber family name. Whether you're shopping or servicing, you'll feel the difference from day one. Allow us the opportunity to earn your business.
Fabry Chevrolet GMC. Visit us in St. Francisville or online at FabryChevrolet.com.
Investing in a new roof doesn't have to be overwhelming. At Pelican Roofing, we offer 0 interest for 21 months because everyone deserves a safe, secure home. Trusted, local, affordable. Pelican Roofing, making quality roofing affordable for South Louisiana families.
Hi, I'm Mitchell Meredith. At Locke Meredith, Sean Fagan & Associates, we know each case and client are unique and that no two cases are the same. But one thing remains constant, and that is our passion to help our clients. After an accident, we know your life has changed, which is why we passionately fight to make you and your family whole. Remember, whether you hire us at all, give us a call at 272-5555. We're here to serve you.
Sometimes you ignore the signs, even when they're right in front of you. Problem gambling isn't always easy to spot. Know the signs. Set your limit. Learn more about healthy gambling habits by visiting us online or text or call for free confidential help now.
When it comes to choosing energy for your family and your home, make the smart choice with natural gas. You can count on efficient and affordable natural gas to keep you comfortable and reduce your environment.
Tigers turn talkers. This is Off the Bench.
Welcome back in. Final segment here on a Tuesday edition of OTB. Taylor Sharp sitting in for Jacob Hester and Matt Flynn. We'll close out today like we do every day. A little bit of Ask the Bench. First one here. Ask the Bench. Favorite Mardi Gras throw to catch? First off, Alondra, what'd you catch at Spanish Town?
Mostly just beads. That one Jell-O shot that I took from the float. Let this man just inject one into my mouth. I don't know why I did that. I got some cups, but they were mostly just beads.
I like the light up beads, and they got like the
I
little
didn't get any light up ones.
They always have like the Mardi Gras hat or something.
Yeah.
I like those.
I was balding.
I wish I went to the one this past weekend.
Spanish Town?
Whichever one. Yeah,
Yeah, that's
the one where Drew Brees was.
He was
Endymion.
Was it Endymion?
Was it? It seemed like it was during the
Or
day.
was it? No, never mind. Because Lane was Endymion.
Speaking of, leads us right to the next one. Ask the Bench, would you rather be on a float with Drew Brees or Lane Kiffin?
Drew Brees.
Drew Brees.
Lane Kiffin sober.
Yeah, I mean Drew Brees is New Orleans. Like.
Okay, so I'm gonna go a little bit.
Also, Drew's my goat.
That's true.
Yeah.
Like, so like for me, like Alondra Saints fan, I'm gonna go Lane Kiffin because I'm a lot bigger LSU fan than I am a Saints fan. So like would I pester Lane Kiffin a lot more? Yeah. Probably. He'd probably want to get rid of me by about 10 minutes, but yeah, no, I'm picking Lane Kiffin just because I mean my LSU ties are a lot bigger than my Saints
saw
ties.
Tyler Shuck just like chunking like little balls.
That's somebody I want to be on a parade float with. Tyler Shuck, you kidding me? You see him walking? He was so before that parade. Like I know the video went viral of him chucking beads at people, but before that, he was just walking down the street with everybody else, carrying a case of beer in one hand and a king cake in the other.
Wow.
Like, are you kidding me?
Oh no, he's fit in perfectly.
From Derek Carr saying his favorite restaurant in New Orleans was Chipotle to Tyler Shuck rocking the king cake, carrying a case of beer and pelting people with beads. Like, you want to talk about a 180?
Yeah.
And like you can see it. Like the vibes are so much higher.
Oh, I want to know
in New Orleans right now.
Opinion on that.
That's my answer. I'm taking option 3. I'm going Tyler Shuck. I want to be on a parade float with Tyler Shuck. Ask the Bench, what is wrong with a closet nursery? Guys, it's not big enough.
Honestly, nothing.
It's not big enough.
Oh, do you really need that much space for a baby?
Well,
It's just gonna be in
Victoria
the
wants the
bed.
whole like dresser next to it with the changing table on top.
Yeah.
And then so I mean like a lot of these things come in sets. Like it's not just a crib. You would think it's just a crib. It probably should be just a crib. It's not. Most of these are going to come in sets where it's like a crib, you got a dresser with a built-in changing table on top, and then a second dresser on the other side. Like it's a decent sized closet. I don't think blank space Razor Sharp's going to be able to make that
You're gonna
happen.
name him after me? Blank
yeah,
space?
yeah. There you go.
Oh,
His
wow.
first name will be Blank Space. Your middle name is Blank
Wait,
Space.
okay, so you know what I was thinking about? I forgot to mention this. So I watched the game on TV yesterday, right? The baseball game. So I got to listen to Ben and Lynn on the call. And I texted y'all yesterday, and I was like, what are Ben and Lynn even talking about? Is this how people feel listening to OTB? Like, I didn't hate it, but I was like, is this how people feel when they listen to us?
That was the tripod.
That was the tripod.
For sure.
And then also he said, wait, what did he say? Lynn, I think it was whenever Milam threw to first and York had that pick. He was like, that play needs to go straight to Broadway. And I was like, that's elite. I hadn't heard that one before from Lynn, but that's a great one.
Lynn has so many sayings,
Nah,
and
we were talking about this earlier.
And he very rarely repeats the sayings. Like he's got a Rolodex.
Except for pucker up.
He does pucker up every home run, but that's also kind of become his signature now.
It has, but I'm kind of over pucker up.
Braxton's
you can't oversaturate. You can't oversaturate the pucker up. You can't.
Me and Braxton had this conversation right before the show. Not a Rollins guy.
I like Lynn Rollins.
I love
but like,
Rollins.
let's.
I get it. I get the pucker up thing, but I mean, there's so many sayings. Like I'm trying to remember. I think it was either Bo or Bryce. I think it was Bryce or Jordan that took all the hits, the hit by pitches back when you could still lean into him. I think he set the NCAA single season record or something like that. And he got hit, didn't even flinch, went down to first base, and Lynn Rollins said he's as tough as a green pine cone.
Some of it doesn't make sense.
Well, no, that one's perfect.
That one's fine.
Because you stop and think, and you're like, yeah, you ever pick up a green pine cone? Do you realize how hard a green pine cone is? Like, that's perfect. Because, he gives good ones, but they're also, kind of thought-provoking.
Have you heard the one about Jake Brown when he got hot? Hit his second home run?
Wait, no, what was it?
I think it was, he hit the second home run, and Lynn said, he's hotter than a fire on a fever blister or something like that.
Bro, that's elite.
I know, but I don't know how you come up with it.
Right. And this one's so obvious. Like, that play needs to go straight to Broadway. That's obvious. But I would have never thought to say that.
He's got too much time during the day.
Dude, they're so good. I mean, what's the one T-Bub used to bring up? The blue skies, the color of something
glacier,
egg.
the Gatorade.
Yeah, the blue glacier Gatorade.
Is it new when he comes up with the different colors of the sky, before right when the game starts?
That's what we're talking about.
So that's
the
new,
blue,
or has that always been a thing?
He's done that a few times.
Done that, yeah.
Okay.
He's done that a few times. I think Lynn's a treasure. I mean, I love. So I was listening to it.
They were talking about the vernal equinox yesterday.
Okay, I was wondering,
and I was like, this is so OTB coded. I'm like, this is how people feel when they listen to us. I was fine. I didn't care. I thought it was funny. But I'm like, what are they even talking about right now?
You want to get Flynn locked into LSU baseball? Give him that broadcast. Yeah. Matt Flynn be all over that. I was listening to the radio call yesterday evening because I was out and about. But, yeah, I caught Lynn game 3. Most of the game. Game 3 is the one that I caught him the most. And, I mean, just incredible stuff. Him and Ben are great together because, Ben's normally, to the point, analytical guy, but Lynn brings out the personality in Ben as well. Ben is really, really good. Here's an Ask the Bench question. Are you a neutral ground or sidewalk person? I'm assuming you mean where you stand for the parade. I'm sidewalk. I'm not big on the neutral ground because you got to cross to get there and back. I'll park on the same side of the road as I am on the sidewalk. A lot easier in and out. Again, this is coming from someone who's not a parade person, so as much convenience as I could possibly get, that's what I'm going to go with. I went to a Christmas parade out in Denham back in December, but I've done a Mardi Gras parade in a number of years. Guys, king cakes are about to go away. I think today is the last day.
It is. It's Tuesday.
Is it? I'm going to have to go pick one up. But I was still, Victoria's not big into sweets right now.
What's your favorite king cake?
Just strawberry cream cheese. As far as the filling, I got to have some filling. I have this really, really. It's apparently a hot take because most people I know love the plain cinnamon. I think if you eat a plain cinnamon king cake, you just like a crappy cinnamon roll.
You ever had a banana pudding?
Oh yeah, I've had pretty much all of them, but I like the strawberry cream cheese. So still a traditional, but not too basic to where it's just dry and there's no filling in the middle. All the same people who are I just like the cinnamon unfilled. That's all. Off the take. You got to have a filling in the middle. Strawberry cream cheese.
Some are too sweet.
Is elite. Some of them are, but that's why you get the strawberry. It's got a little bit of the fruit flavor, sweetness with the cream cheese.
Ooh, chantilly cake. King cake is really
See, I'm
good.
out on the chantilly.
I don't know. I haven't tried it, but I've heard a lot of hype about it.
Can't be too fruity. That's why I go the strawberry cream cheese. All right, guys, that's pretty much going to do it for a Tuesday edition of OTB. We recap LSU baseball. Nick Underhill of NewOrleans.football just a few minutes ago hopped on, talk all things New Orleans Saints. They got some veteran contracts they're going to have to work on. And then Patrick Wright, voice of your LSU Lady Tigers, came on to recap LSU baseball and the big-time game between LSU versus South Carolina that occurred last Saturday. We're back same time, same place tomorrow. Stay tuned. More OTB tomorrow.
Off the bench.
Remind you about our friends over at Oshner Health. When it comes to your health, you want a team that you can trust. That's why so many families across Louisiana choose Oshner Health. From primary care to advanced specialty care, Oshner brings together top physicians, innovative technology, and convenient locations all across the state. So whether it's a routine checkup, a sports injury care situation, heart health, or something a little bit more serious, they are with you every step of the way. Healthcare isn't one size fits all. We tell you that all the time. It is personal, and at Oshner, your care is built around you. So take control of your health today. You can visit oshner.org to find a provider or schedule an appointment. And I tell you all the time, man, when we were putting together Elite Training Academy, they were certainly the partner that we wanted. It's been a great partnership. You can visit that location of Burbank as well. All right.
Transform your living space with Lacoste & Young Remodeling and take your home from outdated to outstanding. Redefine your kitchen for the ultimate culinary experience or elevate your daily routine with a spa-worthy bathroom retreat. Our skilled team brings 3D modeling to life to ensure your vision becomes a reality. We believe luxury should be accessible and offer tailored solutions to fit your budget without compromising quality. So contact us today for a free estimate. Lacoste & Young Remodeling, providing perfect solutions for your dream home.
Make Raising Cane's the first stop for your second line. Get extra saucy with a Cane's doubloon for just $1 that scores you extra cane sauce through April 3rd with any purchase. Let the good times roll this Mardi Gras with Raising Cane's. One love.
Okay, and what is our goal?
Less than 110.
That's right, less than 110.
We
teach.
We laugh. We pray.
Dear Heavenly Father, please guide our hands during this procedure.
Hey, how we feeling today?
I'm feeling better.
We heal. You look better. Happy birthday.
Thanks.
We do all things I got you. No way. with great love. FMOL Health. This is how we healthcare.
Looking for cleaner energy? Propane is energy for everyone. Propane water heaters are very cost efficient. And the savings are even greater with a tankless propane water heater. We all know that Louisiana propane is a safe and environmentally friendly fuel. So why not go green while you save some green? I'm Miss Louisiana, Gabrielle McLeod, and for more information, visit louisianapropane.com.
Sometimes you ignore the signs, even when they're right in front of you. Problem gambling isn't always easy to spot. Know the signs, set your limit. Learn more about healthy gambling habits by visiting